Oh, I never finished what I was doing. I never put it on the main page.
Meow, meow, meow,
No.
meow, 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 meow.
I don't think lobbies are important enough to get intro music, are they?
That's why it was a weak ass intro.
Oh
Oh, it
shit!
sounded better than mine.
I didn't just get my Spikes mag release today. That works, by the way.
Oh, you didn't get it? Well, then
It's
there's
not
nothing to
sticky.
report.
No, I did get it. I didn't just get that, but I got a bunch of patches.
Oh, good. Stuff's getting out there.
Yeah.
So that one is one that I don't do. That one's a prototype because it was too big and the yellow didn't look right, right?
Yeah.
That one, I'm not wasting the time with that white because it takes forever.
Yeah, these little parts on the bun.
They're kind of nice, but they're just for us, I guess. Did I send you one without the white?
No.
Okay. Did I send? Okay, I don't know what all I sent to everybody anymore. I was just filling up packages.
The chair's against the wall, eh?
Badass black on black gun websites.
Dude, it looks like an Oreo.
It does.
It was out of them.
Making me hungry now.
If you made them with white Velcro, you could put two of them together, and that would be Oreo. Oh, good. I thought I did, and I wanted to make sure I did. So
You
you
got my
got it.
very own Flippy patch.
He got his. Excellent. My plan has worked perfectly.
Got a Bob patch. Can't go through life without one of those.
Is he out there conniptioning?
The breakfast. The best for last.
Yeah, I'm super happy with the breakfast ones, dude, because I wasn't sure about the Velcro going down the griddle piece, and it totally works. So that works out pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I think the Velcro sewing helps define the thing looking like a pan or whatever, griddle or whatever the fuck that's called.
It does.
Nobody has a bob patch except me and Bob, so got a bob patch. Nobody has a flippy patch, obviously. And nobody has a bacon yet, except now Smiggy. Or I think there might be one of the bacon, isn't there? I guess I haven't.
I'm still the only one with a Smeggy patch, though.
Yeah, but those are the old ones. Now I know how to do the art or whatever, so I'm gonna try to do real or better ones again. Pinks has got it because Pinks was shitty. I didn't know how to do the shit before. I still don't know how to do it good, but now I know how to get it to my machine to do good. So I have to go back and get everybody.
So what's this thing from Spikes you were saying that works? A mag release or something?
Oh yeah. The one that I got from BCM wasn't working smoothly. You know, like the rest of my ARs. It was like getting caught up on something or stuck on something. But then I put the spikes in, used the BCM spring and the Seekins precision button, and it's all smooth, just like the rest of them.
Nice. So, oh yeah, that's right. You did get the Seekins. You got it on black though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have got a cool color, but that's okay.
I didn't know what color to put on the jack, besides red. But then I would have to add more red accents to the rifle. I didn't want to make like a red and black.
And that's what happened with my blue. You know, I got it because I forget where it was, but they were doing, you know, some blowout sale on like closeout items or something. So that little button was like a couple of bucks, and it was free shipping, and it was someplace I was getting ammo from anyways. And they also had accessories. So I was like, yeah, what the hell, I'll get it. And then I put it on there, and then that's why I had to go then get the safety, which I don't really care about the ambi safety. Like it's not that it's a problem. It's not something that I really needed. But everyone was saying that you got to be careful that it rubs on your finger when it's in the fire position. I shot it last weekend and it was fine. So I don't think I'm gonna.
The one's usually shorter, right? Is the one on the right side shorter than the one on the left?
No, the Seekings, they're the same.
Oh.
And that's why people were saying I can see, like when I'm holding it, like just like when someone mentioned it and I flipped it to fire and I had my finger off to the side, I was like, oh yeah, this does kind of rub on my finger. When I was shooting, I didn't think anything of it. I didn't feel it. I didn't, like when you're really concentrating on it, you'd be like, yeah, this might be annoying. When you're actually using it, you don't even notice.
That's
So,
all that matters, I guess. Because when you shot the Scorpion with that mag release on the right side, it dug into your trigger finger like crazy. It was like, yeah, I don't want to shoot this gun anymore. And then I dremeled it off. And then it was perfect.
yeah. And the other thing is they do have an option on that ambi safety to change it to like the 45 degree. It wouldn't
Yeah.
be in the way.
Yep.
So I was I was going to want to shoot it, and then if it was a problem, I would change it. I don't think it's a problem, so I'm probably not going to change it.
You don't have to change it. Just pull it out and Dremel off a little bit of it.
Nah, because then it'd look weird. So then it wouldn't be blue all the way around, because you'd Dremel off that coating.
Just paint it. Paint it with blue automotive touch-up paint. Flat, because that's flat paint on that, isn't it? It's not glossy.
Right? Yeah, it's not really glossy.
Might not match though. I don't know. Then you have
Yeah,
to
shit. If I'm gonna do that, I'll just
just repaint the whole thing.
yeah. That would be an interesting one, man. Spray it with automotive paint. I can probably still get into my old job where they had a spray booth for spraying out test panels. That'd be big enough. I could bring in my upper or something, spray it, clear coat it, and then put it in the oven. I'd have car quality paint on my gun.
Go for it. Burnt bronze.
How many can you smuggle in at a time? Go in when they're closed at night. Like, I need to test something again.
Well, I mean, they work 24/7, but I know the guys that still work there, so I could get them to.
Out these specific testing parts that we use to test the various surfaces and if you're painting good. So, I like all these painted.
Yeah, as long as you
Well,
take
shit,
them apart real good, they won't know what it is.
You say the one guy brought in his BMX frame. We hung that from the ceiling, sprayed all of it, and put it in the oven.
But was it an assault BMX frame?
You got leverage on that guy, and you can use that blackmail him with that.
Right.
So like, you want me to tell the boss about that BMX? Getting some guns painted.
Right. The boss was the one that helped us do it because he is a big paint guy.
There's always another boss. You want me to tell the owner of the company what you're doing? Because I'll tell him. Let's get my guns painted.
I'm going to human resources.
I'm sure if the auto company found out about it, they'd be upset because they'd probably consider it guns on the premise, even if it was just like an upper or a stripped lower or something, because that counts as a gun.
Just tell them you're making it for, you're painting it for some famous guy that's a liberal. It'll be
Oh
okay.
man, what's really cool is when they painted the cars for the auto show. Oh man, dude, they put those things through a couple different times. They wet sand it. They clear coat it again. They wet sand it. They clear. It's got like 5 coats of clear coat on it, and those things were beautiful. They were spotless. But that went through the actual spray booth, like a normal car.
So you want one of your ARs to be all shiny?
Posted? Is that your pistol?
What?
Is that Dead Horse's pistol that he just posted?
Oh, let me see.
I dig it, except I can't afford that pig. I like the rest of it.
That's a fake pig.
No, that's a real one.
Oh, okay. Okay, because the ones he's got are like, fake pigs. He got them for like 20 some dollars or something like that. He said.
Oh, okay, really? I should get one for my cannon or my little pistol. I don't like that mag bolt grip. I take that back. And whatever the hell is that receiver's end plate, I'm not getting that either. But I think it's like most of us. And I don't like that. Okay, I like the full throttle one, but I don't like the back end of it.
Oh, this is showing me that those little notches, the wire cutter thingies, are vertical. Yeah, vertical instead of horizontal.
You want them horizontal, not vertical.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was talking about yesterday on the early lobby.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. I'd want them horizontal. That's the way they're supposed to be, right?
Yeah, the one on my pistol's vertical too.
Then
Yeah,
you
mine
gotta,
came horizontal.
you got to cut wire like a gangster.
Yeah,
Ghetto.
that's how I have to do it. I catch brass to the face. BTF. At the same time. What did Dead Horse say yesterday? It wasn't. It's not timing. It's. I forget the word he used for how.
Indexing.
Yeah, indexing. The barrel's not threaded. The threads aren't indexed correctly or whatever.
Yeah, but those fake pigs that he found, he said it's got a chamber in there, so he showed it to us on the chat.
I had one on one of my pistols. One that had like a big, beefy looking chunk of steel on the end of it on my pistol with the gnarling on the side.
Mhm.
What the hell is
Knurling.
I don't know. It's like yeah, I guess so you can grip
Like
it, twist
checkerboard?
it off. Yeah, like a checkerboard.
Or wait, cross-checked? Cross-hatched? Something like that?
Have you guys seen those charging handles that are just like gnarled on either side?
No.
Like they're just like they're circular, the part you hold on to, and it's gnarled.
Like a SKS charging handle? Like a pistol?
I guess kinda. I don't know.
They're
They
round.
looked pretty cool. I forget what company was put it out there. I saw it on Instagram as like a prototype or some shit, and then I never remembered what it was to look into it and get it. But I want a different charging handle just to be something different. But I don't like the ones that stick way out, like, that have that huge ass latch or something. I don't care about, operating. I just want it to look cool.
Whatever. You'd want to operate operationally with a
If you're
big
trying to
giant
do something-
BCM.
if you're trying to do something for real with an AR, you're not going to get one of those charging handles. That would just catch on everything and constantly be opening it. You wouldn't.
No.
You want to subtle way.
I don't subscribe to that theory.
I lived that life already. I ain't dealing with that again. Plus, it's undue torque. The trigonometry isn't there. The geometry ain't there. It's putting undue torque on that channel, so you get wearing it.
Whoa. What about that latch? Too big?
But yeah, what are you trying to do? Prove something to somebody? Trying to suck down something?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I want to be able to get to the latch in high stress situations.
I hear you. You can
Or
karate.
if I'm injured.
Latch.
Huh?
It's not as bad as some, but it's too big for me.
Yeah, I don't like the big hoopy-loop-de-loop ones. They're crazy to me.
If I had my choice, it would be the gunfighter charging handle, I think. The
This
mid-size.
is what I have, but it's the largest one. Or
No,
what I have them on most of them.
Just because of the way their pins are or whatever, they're supposedly a strong one. And I don't have any patience to learn beyond what works, so I just got that one and stuff. But mine are actually not even that. Mine are made out of steel. Mine are stupid.
Are they like the forged ones or something?
I don't know. I got them. I was like, why are these so cheap? And they're like, nobody wants those. They're made out of steel. I'm like, okay, I want them because they're cheap.
Because they have forged and then the billet aluminum.
Are you talking about the upper? I'm talking about the charging handle.
Yeah, the charging handle. A forged charging handle.
Yeah, that's what I think I got. Like, nobody wanted them, so I was like, oh yeah, I'll take them. It's just an AR. I keep feeling like Bob's in here. Like, Bob ain't saying much. I tried talking Smeggy into staying extra, so he's thinking about it.
Staying extra in Mexico?
Yeah, staying in Mexico, smuggling a bunch of those Fast and Furious guns back over for us.
I guess it's this, the Rainier Arms.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. It's like bicycle handles.
Yeah, what are you trying to do? Like,
Well, that's why I wanted to see how much they stick out. You know, it's.
They're poking eye out.
Like people put stuff on the other side anymore. That doesn't appeal to me. The ambi part.
See, like, look at this. If I could get them with the, oh, I don't want to open up something different, but what the shit's going on here? This one has the red. What if I could get that in blue? That would be so cool.
Maybe.
Then you could say things like, "This blue thing snagged on my gear," or like, "Thing opened up."
Who
Like
makes
these
that?
seem like they stick out way more.
That's the Batman gun one. You got to build a bat gun. Yeah, I think my
Look, it
Ambi,
sticks out that much. Come on.
my BCM Ambi one are the mid-size latches.
This looks like it sticks out the same as like a regular one. It doesn't stick out that much. Barely get your finger on it.
So how much is that thing?
Oh, I don't have any idea.
Damn, in the picture I saw, it looked like they took the guy's left thumb off.
Do you see that thing that says it was up a ways, I think, and it said Tromix extended handle or something? It was just a nub. I don't remember if it was up or down. I thought it was down, but maybe it was up.
Right here.
Yeah. Is that Tromix out of Tulsa, Oklahoma? I'm clicking on it. Click.
AK-47 upgrade.
Oh, it's for an AK. Okay, I thought it was for an AR.
Ah, shut up. Pew, pew, pew.
Douche, douche.
Ba-ching!
Is he shooting a bow and arrow?
Yeah, they're showing all sorts of stuff. I thought this was going to be talking about an AK upgrade. You must have a super long intro.
Oh.
Well, it's saying you're better off with a bow.
I'm like, oh, one of their videos on. I'm going to go get something to drink. Come back before it's over. I thought it was for an AR. It's an AK one.
Is the upgrade the mag pull mag?
No, they're about to put a little knurled round little barrel.
Ball handle.
See that thing?
Yeah,
Gonna
yeah,
go on
yeah.
there.
Just smack a empty case on there.
It's for people that can't afford to do it.
The
They aren't Africa enough. They're probably racist. They're afraid to go Africa on it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I was
seriously,
having a hard
that thing
time
just
with-
fits over top it. Wow.
And there's a set screw. Except I
I'm
would,
having a hard time.
with all that talking, I would have thought he'd say, put the set screw on the rear so that you're not jabbing your finger into the set screw every time. But it looks like he put the set screw forward.
Yeah, I was having a hard time showing that charging handle because the dogs keep trying to get to it.
They really want to eat it.
And then put.
I think it's
put
because of the
bracelet
plastic it was in.
AK.
This way, with that collar on it, you can restrain it if you go into public.
I mean, you got a thing back here to hook up onto a frickin' sling. Why do you need something around there? That's just silly.
I tied mine around that little thin part of the stock when I had a wasser.
Because it's about the pivot point, fulcrum, more than the.
Yeah, I didn't know he was going to put a single point on there. That makes more sense.
No, not really, but.
Well,
that's how-
you wouldn't put a single point all the way back here, though. That would
I
just be
didn't
crazy.
have a single point, though. I just tied the one end. It was like a Black Hawk or some shit. I tied the
Alright.
one end and then got a hook for the front.
I don't think that guy even tightened it on. He just set it on there.
Yeah.
Well, I skipped the head and shit, so.
What about that flat dark earth one?
I thought that was one of those for an AR, but you could just bolt one of those on and get the idea of what that other one was. Maybe they don't like that.
I was looking at them side charging uppers.
Why? You want extra holes in your AR? Like a gun that's notorious for getting all filthy and not working? You're like,
I
nope.
want, yeah, a giant extra hole on the other side.
Like without a dust cover. Like just a big ass fucking gap down the side. That'll work. And the one part of the gun that needs to be able to move back and forth on it.
Why can't they make it so the right side is closed and then the left side
That's
ejects?
the first ones. Well, it was the top, I guess. That's an AR-10, the original.
Oh, cheaper than dirt. That sounds like a good company to work with.
What's that purple one? Just a dummy one?
Get that. The
Looks
fake
like
one.
they just coated just a regular charging handle. They painted purple.
Yeah, obviously you haven't bought dirt around lately.
I don't do much buying a dirt.
$17 for a purple charging handle. Okay.
Let's see, steel. Show Yankee it, he'll buy it. Look, ooh, that's the Purple Rain charging handle from Prince. Prince's AR-15.
I mean, I bet that company makes them in pink. I know one of us would buy a pink one. Is he even still in here? Yeah, he's still here.
Are you trying to trap us into infinity or something?
Yeah. Steal your souls, you know.
I cannot confirm nor deny that I would buy a pink one.
Or
Yeah,
that
that
he
was the
already
funniest
did.
thing about
Yeah,
NRA.
or that I already have one.
At NRA, every time there was something in pink, you know, I was walking around with pink most of the day, and I'd be like, oh man, this guy over here would really like it, like if he was looking at something else. And I'd be like, hey, check this out. And the people would always laugh like I was making fun of him. And then he'd come up and be like, actually, that is pretty cool. I'm like, you guys don't get it, dude. This is Pink Panther. He has everything in pink.
What about that F1 AR that they had there? Remember that one?
No.
Was that one of those kinetics or whatever the hell they're called?
No, it's the one that Demolition Ranch uses, F1 Firearms.
Oh, okay. It's like all skeletonized and shit.
Yeah.
What was the one that was all shiny? Was that Cobalt something?
Yeah, Cobalt Kinetics.
Yeah. That girl was cute.
You mean Lucky Christie?
Yeah. Pink was real smooth too, because he was like, yeah, I'm gonna tag you in some Instagram things. What's your Instagram? And then he was like, what's your husband's Instagram also? She's like, I don't think I have a husband. And I was like, man, that's smooth.
Well, I knew what hers was. I thought I was thinking of there's one down in Florida that does shooting with her husband. She's also a cop. I'm trying to think of her name.
Jack and Taylor?
Yeah, I think. And I was like, so what? You know, I was sitting there thing. I was like, so what's your husband's Instagram? So she's like, I don't have a husband. It's like, what about your boyfriend? I don't have a boyfriend.
Yeah, then I started laughing.
And
And I
like,
was
this
like,
is
dude, that's
Smeggy.
smooth.
I'd like you to meet my friend Smeggy. And those guys I know. If he wasn't always making so much damn money, he'd have more time to work with those homeless kids like he likes to do.
Yeah, it's a curse having all this damn money. Can't follow my passion of, helping puppies.
You're going on a missionary mission, whatever. You're gonna save a bunch of Mexican orphans.
Huh. Yeah, or I'm going to paint some cars. One of the two. Actually, I won't be doing any painting.
Try to do both. Just try to make
Christy
that a
is
goal.
behind. Christy is behind enemy lines. She's in California.
Oh, no shit. I should look that up. Yeah, gee, I'm definitely staying a couple days after my work. I think I'll fly
Check
back August 8th.
Can you interview one of the cartels? You think? About
If I get
Fast and
kidnapped, I
Furious?
will. I decided if I get kidnapped, I'm going to start up a live chat, and then you guys can all come save me.
Yeah, like that's how they'll ask for your ransom
Yeah.
via
But I
live
mean-
chat.
I'm looking your direction, Heavy. You come down, meet up with G on the road, and hand him some of your guns and come save me.
I'd imagine mine would come in more handy if we're going to Mexico to rescue a kidnapped.
Well, I don't know. I don't think you're gonna get kidnapped. They might take you and then like chop you up, gut you, and then fill you full of drugs and ship you
I
back.
think they're gonna put them on the sex slave market.
That's a good possibility too. Yeah.
That is a possibility. I'm damn sexy. So what kind of cute girls are going to pay to have sex with me? Oh, no, not that kind.
No. Yeah, you're going the wrong way, dude.
Cute girls named Ted and Barney.
El Chapo.
Si, senor. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be Code Orange or whatever the whole freaking time I'm there.
You gotta
Whatever
go.
it's all
You
called.
gotta go in town and get yourself a little piece
Yeah.
behind one of the burrito shops or whatever.
Yeah, but then he's gonna have to leave it there every day. He comes back across the border.
That's cool, man. You just
Oh, I'm
gotta
not doing that
sit in a
anymore,
little
Heavy.
Box.
And huh?
Oh,
I'm
you're
staying in
staying.
Mexico.
Oh, you're staying in Mexico?
So
Yeah.
you don't have to worry
Oh,
about it.
right on. Have fun, dude. Where are you gonna be at? You gonna be like
Oh,
Like-
what the fuck? I looked it up the other day. Was it like Telteca or
Tecate.
something?
Tecate? Freaking
Tecate. I
Tijuana?
think that's it.
Tecate? That's right next door to Tijuana. I mean, not that far away. Cool. Have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be too
12-hour
busy
days,
working to
7
have
days a
fun.
week.
Oh, dude, if
Sounds
you're not
like fun.
working and you go out and party with those guys and you befriend them and they take you out partying, you'll have a good time.
It doesn't sound like there's any time for partying.
No, 7 days a week, 12 hours a day for 4 weeks.
Just unplug something one day so you can have a day off.
That would be the opposite of having a day off. Then I'd have to like fix it.
We'll do it so it doesn't break anything. Just be like, oh, there's no power. Gotta go home for the rest of the day. Everybody go home.
Wonder what the hell that is. It's like a little mall or something.
12-hour days, 7 days a week. I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, it's it's one of them things. It's work, sleep, repeat. It's like you just kind of get into a groove. You don't even think about it.
Yeah, I did that this week, and by the end of today, well, they kind of fucked up too, but yeah, I was done.
I thought you were working like 10 hours.
I was.
Yeah, 10 hours ain't nothing. I love working 10 hours.
Fuck that. 8 hours for me.
I'll give you this. In the office, if I had to work 10s when I'm like in the office, I would probably shoot someone. Because I do go crazy just sitting down staring at the computer. But being in the field, fuck, dude, 10 hours is a short day. You got stuff to do. Your mind's not on things. You're just running around doing whatever you got to do, and really not bad at all.
Well, we had to fix another company's fuck up today, and I had to send a bunch of people home, which sucked. And then the owner came out and gave everybody 4 hours overtime. So that was nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
I don't know if I'll see it. Maybe I'll get like a bonus or some shit.
Oh, man. But, so yeah, heavy, man. Pencil in the weekend of August 6th and 7th. So I'm going to try and swing it where I'll have those days off before I fly home.
I literally just canceled vacation days on that day because my friend Brad was supposed to. We were supposed to go like do like a 3-day camping trip for his birthday, and he decided not to put it back. Went early. He's planning on going a weekend earlier because he's going to Vegas right after he would have gotten back from this trip. So I can reschedule him. It shouldn't be a problem. They were going to give them to me the first time. They'll probably give them back to me.
Well, I mean, I don't want you to go way out of your way.
No. It's not going to be a big deal. It's funny that you say that because it's like my friends are like, get these days off. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll get these days off. And he's like, change my mind. We're going to do these days. And I'm like, can't do that. That's my mom's birthday weekend. You're on your own, brother. And he's like, oh, well, whatever. So I went in and I canceled them, but I can just go back and re-ask for them. They'll give them to me. They haven't even, like, it's far enough in advance. It's not a big deal.
Whenever an employer gives you any shit about something like that, just let them know you know Edge.
Oh yeah, I that and Bob. You know, Bob has got some pull down here too, evidently.
Bob opens doors.
Bob's in the chat right now.
Yeah, I see that. That's pretty awesome. We should start a hashtag I know Bob.
I can make Bob and Flippy hang out together.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Flippy wants to ride on top of his head. Shit. Gonna have to.
Moon, how do you get all these patches, brother?
The patch fairy.
The fuck are all these circles on my fucking... I'm looking at my calendar on my phone, and the 20th is circled on every month. Like, why? There's no memo or anything, it's just circled. What the fuck's that all about?
Did you ever consider you might be an Android and that's the day they reset you?
I can honestly say I've never considered that.
Just saying.
It could be your update day too. Like that's the day you get wirelessly updated. Like you just kind of shut down for a little bit, your eyes go blank, and then like when you come to, you got your updates.
Like I was in such and such, like I was in St. Louis.
You know, that's a good point. I could have a lot of like false memories. All these trips I think I'm taking, that could be just false memories of me getting repaired.
Yeah, you're in the Matrix.
Oh, I buy that.
I've been working with a guy for the past 6 months that refuses to watch the first Matrix. I've never seen it. He's like 34, 33.
Well, it's like judging by Matrix 2 and 3. I don't blame him. The first one wasn't so
He
bad.
didn't even know there was a second and a third one.
Why does he refuse to watch it? He's
I
like
don't know.
morally opposed to it?
I have no idea.
Or maybe he's worried it's going to freak him out and he'll start believing it.
We talk about politics a lot, me and him, all day at work, and I told him he needs to watch it because it's got a political underlying theme to it, I guess.
Did you say the 20th or the 30th, Smeggy?
The 20th. The 20th of every month. It just has a circle around the number.
Because usually, like, today's the 30th. So every month you go to, it highlights the 30th of the month because it's 1 month ahead. So you sure your phone isn't like 10 days behind?
Yeah, because the 30th it's circled and like it's filled in green. Because that's what day it is today. I don't know. I never use the calendar on my phone, so I have no idea.
Well, probably what it is, you've touched the 20th when you looked at your calendar, and now it's going to highlight every 20th. That's what I just did. Touch another day on there and scroll through the months and see if it does the same thing.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Yeah.
Thanks. I fixed it. I'm so dumb.
Now to clear that, just go up to the top and hit today, and it'll wipe those other days off and go back to the 30th.
Some dude in a control room is like, oh shit, Cyborg almost became self-aware, but we wrote a programming code so he resolved his own glitch.
Yeah, that was smart thinking.
So I'm eating this ISIS bread. You ever had ISIS bread?
Sounds delicious. No. Maybe.
So you take a pita bread and you take a tortilla, like a regular tortilla you make a burrito out of, and you go right in the middle between the two. So it's got the properties of both. Yeah, and they cost 39 cents for one that's like, I don't know, big around as a basketball hoop or a freaking like manhole cover or something. It's huge. That's how they're gonna win us over. ISIS bread and candies.
And that's what it's called, is ISIS bread?
There's no name. It's just like a bunch of these pita bread tortilla things in a big stack, and you take, like I was explained how to do it, you just take a few for 39 cents a piece. You take as many as you want. So there's no, I don't know what they're called. There's a bunch of squiggly lines underneath. I went to this ISIS deli to get my falafels the other day.
Are they gluten free?
I'm pretty sure because I couldn't see anything that said gluten on the label. It's all just squiggly lines.
So it's probably just like frickin' unleavened bread or whatever. Like it's not puffy, right? It's all flat.
No, that's what I mean. It's somewhere between pita bread, which is kind of fluffy, right? Has like a hole in it sometimes, or whatever. You can like put stuff in. It's kind of like that, but it's also more like a tortilla. It's big, giant, and floppy, and there's no hole in the middle. And it's huge, right? So I take it and I fold it into quarters, like 3 of them on top of each other. Hold on. I fold them up into quarters. So it's like taking a pizza and folding it up into quarters. Then I put it in the freezer when it's all folded like that, and now you can just like break a piece off. You get like a quarter piece of pizza worth of this freaking pita bread tortilla thing. Incredible. And it costs what? 7 cents for a quarter of a pizza worth size? They're going to get us with the glutens. They're using their ISIS glutens on us.
Mm.
It's like it's hard to describe. It's like a tortilla that has body to it. It's not just there. You know, it's like a pita bread more, or almost like an English muffin, really. Delicious.
Do you put butter on it?
You could do anything to this bread, dude. Seriously, it's almost like a pancake. You could put syrup on it, I bet, and it would taste good, like sweet or honey. You could probably mash up an ISIS candy and put it on there.
Hmm.
So another thing they have at that store is figs, like a shit ton of different kind of figs. Has anybody ever ate dried figs?
I like Fig Newtons.
Yeah, I've had dried figs.
I didn't think about fig Newton. Is it good? 'Cause there's like,
No, I'm not the biggest fan of them.
it's like eating a prune or something gross, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, there's so many of them, and so much other their stuff is good. I figured there might be something good about them, but I don't know how to buy them. So I was kind of wanting to buy like one of each kind because there's different, I guess, kinds, and they look different. So I was gonna see if any of them taste good. But if they're just like eating a bunch of prunes, and then it should waste my money.
The pineapple tastes like candy. I don't know. It tastes like there's a lot of sugar in it. And
Wait,
what's that?
what are you talking about?
The pineapple dried fruit?
Oh yeah,
I haven't had the mango yet.
I can't even eat the mango or the cantaloupe. They have cantaloupe at my store.
Cantaloupe.
Yeah, it's like you know the nuts that are made out of some kind of foam, made out of sugar foam, that are like orange peanuts.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the cantaloupe tastes like, except with even more sugar in it. Seriously, it's like maybe a little bit more like a gummy bear, but mostly like those peanuts. It's like it tastes like you're squishing into it like that, but it's like if you took one of them peanuts and soaked it in sugar syrup.
Yeah.
So they're
Should you
kind of
even be
different. You can't eat them.
Should you even be eating that ISIS bread right now? I mean, it's still daylight out. I thought they were in the having Ramadan or whatever right now.
Well, I'm not much for being like, you know, anti-religious or whatever, but if it fucks with them and they're fucking around, I don't care. I mean, they didn't say nothing when I bought it. I imagine if they gave a shit, they wouldn't even have sold it to me, right? But I don't take care. What we do with it. They'd probably kill me for not eating it right, probably, right? Throw a rock at me or something.
I think it's your duty to grab some bacon and wrap it up in there.
Ooh.
Dude, this, if you had like a handful of bacon and you took a giant pizza, half a pizza size of this stuff,
Oh shit! ISIS got him.
see what happened? See?
Yeah, ISIS got you.
ISIS did. So
I was
if
just about to, say a prayer for you.
you take like a good sized handful of like really thick crispy bacon, right? And then you take a half a pizza size of this ISIS bread and you put it in I put it in the toaster oven and it comes out perfect. You know, it's the kind of thing like right now I'm playing with a piece. Like, you know how tortilla would be, you can't peel the tortilla apart, but you could peel apart like an English muffin and there's like an inside and outsides. That's how this is. So it's like a tortilla, but you can peel it apart. So it's got that like whatever, almost like eating a pastry or something. You got that texture going on with the bread. But anyway, if you took that stuff and made just a giant wrap of bacon with this bread, it would be the perfect match because it would soak it up and not drip anything. It would be like the perfect waffle cone or bacon cone. I'll bet you they put lamb or something in it because it would hold juices and whatnot.
That sounds very Greek.
Is there a Greek bread like this? It's just a Mediterranean store, so I don't know.
Well, it's like
It's pita bread.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
it's
pita
not
bread.
pita bread.
That's what they use pitas when they make gyros.
No, dude, I know what pita bread is, but this is not pita bread. It's like pita bread, but it's also it's like made out of pita bread, but it is a tortilla. It's super thin and it's as big around as like a pizza. It's huge. Pita bread is like the size of a plate, right? And then you open it and it's got like a big pocket in the middle. This don't have none of that going on. It just tastes like that material or whatever that kind of dough or whatever it's called.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I mean, they make pizzas a different size. Why can't they make pitas or tortillas? You know, they make tortillas of different sizes too. So.
True, yeah, it could just be some other region's pita bread, but it's such a different shape. I'm calling it ISIS bread.
Well, there you have it. I wonder how the marketing would work out on that.
Z is calling it naan. I don't know if it is, because naan is like cooked on a rock, right? I don't think this is cooked like that. Or like on a stove or something. This looks like I think it's baked. You know what? There's another place where I get falafels at, where it used to be a pizza place, and they have like that giant pizza oven, and they were shoving giant pieces of bread in there. So maybe they bake it like that in a pizza oven.
So, like, off topic, I guess, of the ISIS bread. I'm sorry, but you know, it's dead, so I figured take a shot. So I got my 500 rounds of 40 today, and the UPS person just left it on my doorstep. Didn't bother knocking on the door or nothing. Just left it on the doorstep in the middle of the ghetto. So
What
when
was
I
it?
picked up 500 rounds of 40. So I picked it up and I brought it in, and I was like, this seems light because it says it's supposed to be like 19, almost 20 pounds. I'm like, this seems really light. So I went and I did my shopping. I came back. I counted them out. Exactly 500 rounds of ammunition. I was like, wow. I was swear I was getting robbed somehow.
Well, you know what? They didn't put any powder in the cases, so that saved a lot of weight.
that that could be it. It is reman ammo.
But I was to say for 500 rounds times a difference in grain weight, that might make a noticeable difference. Are they lighter weight than your normal stuff, I mean?
I was just amazed at how light it seemed. So I was like, wow. So I literally opened it up and counted each individual round. All 500. I haven't got to the range to shoot them yet, so we'll find out. I'll let you guys know if it's any good.
And where was that from?
I got it from the Evil Empire, cheaper than dirt.
Oh,
Well, you know, 500 rounds for $100, not bad. So, you know, it is just going to be target ammo. And they were willing to ship it to California. So, am I shunned now because I shopped at cheaper than dirt?
yep. What kind of? Sorry, I'm not like half paying attention. What kind of ammo?
It's called American Quality Ammunition. It's
I mean,
remanufactured.
Like what caliber or whatever?
40 cal, 180 grain, full metal jacketed rounds. It's all brass, which is nice. And it was actually cheaper than like Tula and stuff like that. So we'll see how well it works.
As the called party is busy, please hang up and try again later.
That was Jerry Brown. Number.
Yeah, it was like that earlier today too.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Well, he's got 48 hours to sign it, or he's leaving, and then on his vacation, and then Lieutenant Governor Newsom is going to take over. And if he's left up to it, then Yeah, they're definitely going to get signed in. So
Actually, he might not, dude, because Newsom wants to fucking pass his own ones, and he was getting all bitchy that they passed them through the House or whatever, because he wanted to put them on the ballot. Like they were all infighting with each other. He threw a little fucking hissy fit. So he might veto them, and then he can be like, "Look, I'm the only one who passes gun control laws, not you guys." I doubt it, but I'm just saying it's a
but
hypothesis.
him and DeLeon are like sucking each other's dicks on this shit. They're both running for governor, so they're playing at the "hey, you're supporting me and I support you" bullshit.
That guy
So
DeLeon is running for governor.
yeah,
Oh,
he's running against Newsom.
that they deserve each other.
Yeah, because I guarantee you, if whichever one wins, they're probably going to select the other for the lieutenant governorship. So
Right, but that's why he was kind of all pissy though, because like I said, Newsom wanted his version of the gun bills to get passed like on the ballot, so then he could be like, "Look, I passed all this shit. Vote me for governor." I'm telling you, I was reading some article. They were getting real bitchy at each other. It was funny.
well,
I would,
I hope that's the case. I hope Brown splits, leaves it up to Newsom. Newsom says, "Fuck you, I'm putting it on the ballot," and then we can all vote it down. But
it's a long
realistically,
shot. I'm just guessing.
yeah, I know. No, I like the optimistic, the optimism. I'm like actually, kind of cool. Kind of lifts my spirits a touch because I'm being blindly optimistic myself right now. But yeah, we're gonna see what happens. So it's who knows? They might end up having you know uh, policy firearms policy coalition might, along with the NRA, ILA, and all that, might file another injunction and send it to or whatever they've done two other times before to where they've had to be taken back, rewritten, and then sent back through. So I don't know if we can get them to do that. That would be great. I would prefer it just to be vetoed and shot down. But with the amount of wins they're getting, the large majority of it, I don't see them having problems getting a 2/3 vote to overturn the veto, if that's the case. So, in which case, it's going to end up going to the courts, and then hopefully it's deemed unconstitutional and they can't do it. So, I've got hope. We've still got some fight left in us.
Mm. Marksmanship is important because someday we'll have to liberate California.
Yeah, unless it does like it's deciding to. I guess rumor mill has it they're talking about pulling a Brexit and like trying to secede from the union.
Uh,
In which case, I would move immediately, as I am an American citizen and all that good shit. Maybe I'll have to go someplace and like start a refugee camp. Tell the Californians to follow me. Californian firearms people, follow me. Lead them from.
Be like, get over on one of them islands off the shore, and then get a really loud speaker so you get everybody's attention, and then like everybody get in a line, and everybody who wants some free benefits take 10 steps forward, and then I'll walk
I
out.
can't hear you over Gomer Pyle singing The Impossible Dream, fighting the impossible foe.
Hey, I feel your pain. You're going through some pretty communist bullshit yourself.
Motherfucking Gomer Pyle.
He was in a couple war movies also, wasn't he?
Think so. He used to own a macadamia nut farm on Maui too back in the day.
I think, I'm not sure, I think he was in like one of the John Wayne war movies.
Well, that narrows it down. Not like John Wayne wasn't in 67,000 movies. But I bet if you IMDb Gomer,
I think it was 176 if you count his TB.
okay.
Looks like Tack's about to go live here pretty soon.
About 45 minutes, I think.
Oh, that far out? Okay.
Yeah.
I got no work tomorrow.
So I'm just trying to read all these California bills again. Remember, like, trying to find a good place that has all of them summarized in plain English. The CA Rifle and Pistol has a Twitter. They do a good summary of them, but then there's all these other like tweets, like two people like talking shit. So
Don't you know, bro? You can't defend yourself. That's not allowed. That's for the state to do. What are you thinking?
I saw something about that. What was that on Instagram? Collier Noir had a thing, and I talked about this in the earlier chat, but there wasn't as many people listening, so I want to rant again because I like ranting. Yeah, basically there was a shooting in front of a club. And so some dude pulled out a gun after getting into an argument with another man, fired several rounds towards the crowd that was gathered in front of the club. His round struck 3 victims, almost struck the 4th victim, who, in self-defense, pulled his own weapon and fired, striking the douchebag in the leg. Blah, 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 had a valid concealed carry permit and will not be investigated. So that was a thing where, bad guy who, it doesn't say in there, but I found out later, he illegally had the gun, the guy who got in the argument, and the bystander, had a legal carry permit, all this shit. So there was this dude that, tagged his friend in the comment section and was like, hey man, like, see, guns are good, or some shit like that, right? Well, this dude come in, and his first comment was only something like, wow, this is pretty crazy. Like, I can't believe a guy with a concealed carry, stopped some dude with an assault weapon. And everyone jumped all over his shit and was like, oh, dude, the guy had a handgun, blah, blah, blah. And so he responded back with, oh, sorry, like, I was thinking of Orlando, I got confused. And then they, like, started going nuts on him, saying all this shit. And I'm trying to find where the thing was. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It didn't say anything about automatic weapon. It was my bad assumption on my part. Some consciously drew a correlation between this incident and the one in Orlando. Blah, blah, blah. My fault. And then they were like, there was nothing in Orlando either, blah, blah, blah. He's like, okay, sorry, AR-15. And then they all jump on him. It was a fucking SIG, you dumbass liberal, blah, blah, blah. Like, they fucking went nuts on him. And I'm sitting there reading all these comments going, this dude is probably a guy in the middle. His friend tagged him. This could have been a learning experience where he says, yeah, handguns are good. Awesome. The guy saved people's lives. And instead, he got so much to the point where he ends up, like, striking out against everyone. I'm trying to find that one, too. Where the hell was it? Oh, yeah, so his one thing was saying, geez, Where the fuck was it? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I apologize for not using a precise term when I chose to be fancy. However, I have heard terms automatic and assault weapon both used to describe semi-automatic AR-15s when describing such weapon, whether those are misguided or not. Well, they are misguided. Yeah, clearly I'm not as much of a gun lover as you guys are, and while my original statement was admittedly misguided regarding the shooter in this instance for having such a weapon, the uproar caused by my slightly misguided terminology is a bit overboard. Because it was. They were all, like, fucking going nuts on him. Well, then later, he must have, like, got super pissed. He's like, oh, for fuck's sake. I used one incorrect term that is commonly used by mistake, and I need to, quote, go drink liberal Kool-Aid. You know, you guys are a fucking joke. If you guys love guns so much, maybe you should put a loaded one in your mouth and pull the trigger. Chill out. I use an incorrect term constantly used by the media, for which I apologized and was very polite about it. Yet you continue to ride my dick about it. Enough's enough. Shut the fuck up. I don't care anymore. Just go throw a hog in and beat your wife senseless, you fucking rednecks. Which, admittedly, was, you know, super overreaction on that guy's part, but I get it. He was getting fucking slammed by all these people. And so I ended up coming in there, I was like, this is why we can't convince the middle. You know, this Jimmy dude or whatever was not saying anything anti-gun, and you guys jumped all over him. This could have been something to convince him that guns are good because they are used in self-defense. But instead, you pissed him off to the point that he assumes we're all rednecks. Now both sides won't listen to anything the other side will say. Because he called us all rednecks, and we all called him a fucking liberal asshole, and the conversation ends. And that's my rant. That's what really grinds my gears. Uh-oh, did I put everyone to sleep?
The part where we can't have nice things?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's one of those things. You know, I was trying to point out that, like, hey, man, this is a teachable moment. This guy seems like a normal person, but because he jumped all over because he said AR-15, and yeah, I get it. The media says it, and they're wrong, and we should point it out. But when a regular person who just probably saw the news thing a couple times and thinks it's an AR-15, it's not his fault that he was lied to. You could maybe nicely be like, hey, man, that's not the same thing. But these people were seriously just jumping on him. They weren't being nice. They were like, you fucking idiot, it's not an AR, you dumbass, it was a SIG, I fucking hate you. Like, all this shit. It's like, whoa. You're scaring him away. He never even said anything about being bad guns or anything.
There may have been a little pent-up anxiety going on there.
Well, I think as gun people, we are super defensive because we're used to people coming in going, you know, wanting to ban shit or whatever. But if you would have read what he said, it was one guy talking to his buddy saying, see, this news story proves handguns are good. And he responded with, like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But it's weird that a handgun could take out an AR-15, you know, because he got mixed up. Which, fine, whatever, he made a mistake. And everyone jumped on him like crazy. He never said ban shit. He was saying good thing that passerby or that, you know, bystander had a handgun.
And now he's potentially over it.
Oh, yeah. I think we mensed a little bit because then...
I mean, because, you know, words hurt and all that.
Well, I don't know. I just, like... He obviously vented when he called everyone rednecks and shit because his phone was probably blowing up with notifications because everyone was tagging him, calling him a liberal hippie and shit. So he got pissed. But it's like, you know, if we would have just talked to him like a normal person, he's probably a guy in the middle. And those are the people we need to convince. So that's where I'm saying it's a teachable moment. We need to listen when someone says something wrong, explain to them calmly why it's wrong, but they probably just got it from the news. It's not their fault that they got lied to. And then move on from there. Don't go freaking nuts on them.
Especially when we all assume that the news is there to tell us the truth, right? Whether that's a mistake or not.
Well, the middle assumes that. I don't assume it.
Well, and I'm with you on that, buddy. So, bag of dicks, huh?
Well, to be honest, it sounds like those guys deserved it.
What on earth do you mean?
Guys jumping all over the guy Smeggy's talking about.
But I'm asking, what is the deserved part?
Well, they jumped all over his ass, and he was making a comment, like Smeggy was saying. Nobody talked to him like a regular person. They just jumped all over his ass. So yeah, they told him to eat a bag of dicks. They deserved it.
I got you now.
Fuck that guy. We lost him.
An anonymous forum, and it was a bunch of anti-gunners reacting to their own questions so that they look like innocent whatever, and that we look like a bunch of yahoos.
We may have come across in that particular instance like a bunch of yahoos.
I'm saying, what if those are a bunch of ghost accounts that are antis who are just wanted to ensure that that perception is out there?
Do you think they even need to do that?
But it's possible.
I think that there are enough people out there with contrary views and are very opinionated in their views and intolerant of other people's views that seems to me that wouldn't even need to be a fabricated thing because there are enough people out there that act like that anyway.
Right. Yeah, if anyone's curious, just go to Cullion Noir's Instagram. He posted it earlier today. It's the post is like breaking news, like bad guy stopped outside club or something, and then just read the comments. He's the one that got freaking attacked like crazy. I forget this whole thing, but you'll see the progression of it. It's like he never said anything bad. He misspoke, sure, he made a mistake, but I don't think that's his fault. He got lied to by the media. So, oh well. That was just my rant, and I think it is a teachable lesson for all of us when talking with stupid people. And this guy may not even be a stupid person, but like when I talk with my liberal guy friend at work, I so bad want to just freaking yell at him and like hell, half the time I want to punch him, but I just speak calmly and give him facts, and he doesn't listen, and I say okay, whatever, and I go back to work.
Yippity skippity.
It only works when the fucking mic's on, huh? Can anybody tell me how far outside of Vegas Laughlin is, and can anybody tell me how far outside Vegas Henderson is?
Henderson is Vegas.
Henderson's like South Vegas.
It's just like you cross the street and you're in Henderson, and then the other one is like probably half an hour maybe south. I've never actually been there, but I'm judging it's about an hour and a half, something like that.
Yeah, Laughlin's actually a pretty cool place. That's where I go to play on the river. So.
Thank you.
Go there for why?
That's where I go to. Like me and my boys, we get together, we take the boats down and go play on the river, in the Laughlin area. So it's like they don't just have casinos there; you can play on the river too. It's fun.
You go like tubing and shit?
Yeah, we go tubing. Generally, like I like to tube up at Lake Mojave, which is right above the dam, because you don't have to worry about like if you get thrown from the tube floating like a half mile down the river before you get to the shore.
Yeah.
But we definitely like to cruise up and down the river, like go to different places, kick back, set up a little area, and then take people tubing from there. Because it does get crowded.
I miss tubing. I haven't gone tubing in a couple of years.
Oh, that's fun. First time I went tubing, my buddy's dad was gunning up the boat, and he had me hopping over the wake and stuff, and I hit the water just right to where I damn near lost my shorts. I caught him literally by the toenail on my big toe. Otherwise, I'd have been getting out of the water butt ass naked.
Dead Horse, is that your painting job?
Yeah, Flat Dark Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that and the rail.
Hey, what happened with the gas tube? And
Oh, I got it. Yeah, that worked. I just stuck it in the freezer, and then I did what you suggested. I stuck the gas tube in ice water, and then I just took the propane torch right on the end of the gas block just for a minute. I didn't get it super hot because I still had to grab it to pull it off, but I just heated it up so it wasn't ice cold, and then yeah, it pulled right out. And then I just rolled up a tiny little piece of just really fine sandpaper, stuck it in there, and there was a little burr in there.
All right.
And yeah, I got that little burr out, and then it was perfect after that. I'm dimpling the barrel right now, or the gas block,
Oh, cool.
so it doesn't rotate or anything.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Cool. Right
Loud and
on.
clear.
Hey, Brandon, how's it going?
All right, man. Not too bad, dude.
So I'm guessing you're Crimson?
Yes, sir. Crimson
Cool.
Tide, baby.
Welcome to the fun.
Yeah, glad to have you, man. I'm glad you came.
Definitely, man. Hey, thanks for the invite, bro. Shit, I wish I would have known about this a long time ago.
Yeah, there's lots of live shows here. There's a lot of YouTubers who do live shows here on gun channels. Lots of stuff to do, lots of stuff to watch and participate in.
Okay.
Yeah, we have an open lobby like this, every night. Sometimes I do early ones in the afternoon, and then Pink normally does one like later that runs through, I don't know, like 3 o'clock in the morning or something, or later.
Oh, okay.
And normally, if you just ask for a link in the chat there, the lobby chat, people will share it.
Right on, man. Hell yeah. How's your build going, bro? I gotta start me one. I gotta start another one pretty soon.
Oh, it's going good. I'm just dimpling the barrel right now for the gas block. So the gas block doesn't rotate or turn or vibrate loose or anything. I'm just kind of showing, I'm actually recording a video right now of how I do it, like the easy way to do it.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
And then I like to build these in the live chats. It gives some people something to watch since there usually isn't a lot of anything going on other than talking usually in these chats. So
Right.
Visual stimulus.
Right.
That's why I have Flippy on Bob's head.
I saw that Flippy patch. Where the hell did you get that?
The patch fair.
He stole it.
I have this patch magnet, and when I turn it on,
I was thinking, is that like a Salient Arms patch or something? Isn't that their logo, the panda?
maybe. I don't know.
You can only buy it through Salient Arms.
No, that is not.
After you buy a Salient Arms pistol, though, and only after.
The panda holding 2 guns, isn't it? That's Flippy's art. At least that's what he said.
It's inspired by Salient, but it's different.
Hey, G, is there a verification code for new members on gun channels?
Yeah, I don't know
Where
what
you
the hell it's all about. I don't see anywhere that limits the number of videos, so I'm not sure what that is.
Because I know Sean, it was either Sean or Heavy B was saying, or no, it was Sean, because he said when he did the Andalusia Armory channel, there was something he had to click to verify.
Oh, the channel. I thought you were talking about a member.
I don't want to talk nothing about Sean's member.
Well, Alpha Concepts, he's commented again that he can't find anything on his gun channels account that's limiting his video uploads.
Does he just have an account, or did he create a channel?
Are we talking about 2 different things now?
Well, he's got a YouTube account and he's got a gun channels account, and he's uploading his YouTube videos to his gun channels account.
Are we talking about Andalusia Armory?
No, Alpha Concepts. Here, I'll give you like.
Would it
He's
be
got
easier
four.
instead of uploading to just put links, or not so much?
I don't know.
Who are we talking about now? Because I found what Andalusia Armory's issue was. So now what are we talking about?
Alpha Concepts. I put the link in the side.
And what was his issue?
It let him upload 4 videos, but it won't let him upload any more.
He's got 5 videos. Okay.
Or 5 or whatever.
Okay. Anyway. I looked at that one before, I don't know, so we'll figure out whatever that is.
Okay.
Solving the world's problems one at a time, right here
Yep.
on gunchannels.com.
I gotta get ready for work, or get ready to leave, so I'll go ahead and throw the late lobby up. Throw the link in there, and you guys can have at it later.
I think Yankees has a chat tonight, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
You
got,
an IG preview.
Tack Daddy.
6.
What?
I said I'll start up the link here at 6 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Yankee, did you get any T-shirts in the mail?
When and what of?
Maybe about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it.
Nice.
I mentioned it in here and said I was not going to mention any names, but someone was a smartass and sent me some Taurus T-shirts.
Nice. Living the dream.
So we've got a section of the thing that limits the number of megabytes of storage somebody can have, but it says the limit only applies to uploaded content, not things that are linked or embedded from other websites. So if it's truly being embedded, there should be no limit on any of that, of course. So if they're being inadvertently uploaded, then there is a 5 megabyte limit for someone that's not a member. When you're a paying member, then that gets up to 50. But not that many people are using that part of Gun Channels. We're not really designed to be a hosting site or anything, so it's more like just if you have a lot of pictures or something.
Okay.
Possibly is inadvertently uploading them and intending to just embed them.
Sorry, let me mute this real quick.
G-Web's, like, if he created a channel, though, would that make any difference, or is it still the same?
No, a channel will make a difference. So if you build a channel and don't switch it to let everybody upload, then it would be blocked from uploading to your channel. It's not your channel, for example, and they have it blocked so that other people can't upload videos. But I don't know if that's necessarily a limit or like a, I don't know, I've never run that particular circumstance, so I don't know what kind of error or message or search situation that it gets created by that. You'd have to go to a channel that you're not a member of and try to upload 5 videos to it. See what happens.
You ever see the video where it's like a line of Russian kids breaking down an AK and putting it back together?
And that blonde-haired chick smokes them all.
Which one? There's lots of them.
Well, there's one in particular where literally it's a breakdown, set back up AK competition for 2 kids at a time, right? And there is a line of kids behind them.
I'm saying that's like they do that in Russian school. So there's like many videos of that as there is American kids playing football. I've seen shit tons of those videos.
Well, the one that I'm thinking Moon's talking about is a pretty popular one, in that the tall, thin, blonde girl destroys the boy. I mean, like, I mean, she's got it done in like 90 seconds almost, and he's barely got his fucking. Oh. Excuse me?
I added G-Webs on the Instagrams.
Okay.
So you
Never
can
mind.
watch it for himself. Are you talking about the chick with the braids?
Braid or a ponytail, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, she's fifth. Well, she has a glove on. She's cheating.
I mean, she gives freaking
fingerless
Forrest
glove.
Gump. She gives Forrest Gump some serious competition in how fast a breakdown and put back together.
I may not be a smart man today.
Yeah.
Look what I got today. Ooh,
What is that?
my cylinder slide replacement hammer for my Browning high power.
Oh yeah, because I don't like that other one.
No, I don't like it. I like the looks of it. I like that classic look,
The
but it
square.
pokes me. When you're carrying cocked and locked, it pokes me. This one will be a little better.
Holy shit, Yankee Marshall's in here.
Yeah,
What's up, dude?
not much. I got it from Cylinder and Slide, or does that even say
Nice.
Cylinder and Slide? No, it doesn't. But up there it does.
Right there it does. Those guys are awesome.
Yeah, it better be good. It was like $80.
Man, everything that I've ever seen coming out of those guys is pretty fucking awesome.
The only problem I have is it doesn't match finish-wise the other hammer, because the other hammer's a duller finish, and so is the controls, whereas this one's more of a shiny finish. So I'm half tempted to bead blast it, but
Just the hammer, or are you talking the whole thing?
just the hammer.
Okay. Like you're not talking about going crazy, you're just talking about
So
that.
just give this new hammer a slight bead blast to take a little bit of the shine off of it. Because right now it's got a very shiny. And the hammer and the controls on the Browning are matte, and the gun is shiny, so they kind of contrast. This one's a little, doesn't match either, actually.
Did you put new grips on it yet?
Yeah.
We went with wood, right? I thought you made a video about that even.
I haven't been paying attention to YouTube.
Rosewood.
I've been working.
I thought it was rosewood. It was dark. I remembered it was dark.
Really dark rosewood grips, too. I hate when you order rosewood grips and they're just like pine laminate with red stain on them.
Yeah, and then they charged you premium price for it too
Yeah.
when they do that shit.
Although I do like laminate grips because they're strong, so I like the Lamo camos.
Is
that a thing? Lamo
Piranha?
camo? Is that a thing?
Piranha texture or whatever?
I've got some green prawn textures, but the Lamo camos are like right here on my.
And they take the various colors of wood and laminate them and you
They're
cut them.
swirly.
There's the Lamo camo.
Yeah,
It's got
yeah,
the color.
All right.
I like those.
That's interesting.
That gun's heavy.
They're fancy. I'd like some of them for my CZ or the Piranha ones next. One of my CZs. Getting sick of the wood on the SPO one.
So you have the standard, the CZ grips, or what do you have on it?
I have the wood. They're from Triple K in San Diego. I think they're rosewood.
Are they like?
They look like the grips you just had on your high.
Oh, so
or
they're not
your
like
high power.
they're not like those ones.
No,
Okay.
but they still have the logo. They have the CZ logo on them.
I like these walnut ones. They're
What's
kinda-
that? What one is that, Yankee?
That's the Ramey.
Okay, I thought so. So is that the 10 round or the 14?
That 10.
10. Right on.
Talker, the BD, the Ramey D, the CZ 2075D, which I've never even taken out yet.
No holster for it yet either, or
No holster for it, nothing for it yet. It's been sitting in the safe since the day I got it.
too heavy to carry, you think, or what you think?
It's a pretty bulky gun.
Yeah, but you're only shooting 9mm, right?
If I was going to shoot a gun if I was going to carry this gun, if I was going to carry a small gun like this would definitely be in the running for one I would carry. But if it ends up being reliable at the range, I have no
What gun is
doubt.
that?
The CZ
High
Ramey.
power? Oh, the Rammy?
Yeah.
Again.
It's a little CZ Rammy.
They're like, we can't put enough stuff up on top of the barrel, so let's just
Yeah.
put more barrel height.
What do you mean?
The big ass sight on there.
Look at that. What do they call that?
Bitterness? No, wait. What were you talking about?
Bore height. Bore axis.
Oh, okay. Oh, borax. Okay,
It's
okay, I got
low
you.
bore axis because the slide is riding inside the frame and
Yeah,
the
they
barrel.
mix the frame up like a pair of old man pants.
Yeah, they are. It does have that feel.
I'll admit that the Rammy doesn't even have the same lockup as the other CZs. So I wouldn't imagine the barrel tilts up, right, when the slide's all the way back.
I believe so.
Yeah, there's no tilt on a standard
Well,
CZ.
no, there's no tilt.
No? Well, that's
No.
good. But it has like a square chamber hood.
Yeah, it's not like the little rounded,
Yeah.
bigger.
To have so many guns that you just can't get to them all when you go to the range.
Mexican government's policies are pushing migration north. There isn't any sensible approach except to do what we need to do simultaneously. Secure our borders with technology, personnel, physical barriers if necessary in some places.
You're a cunt.
And tougher employer sanctions, and we need to try to incentivize Mexico to do more. If they've committed transgressions of whatever kind, they should be obviously deported.
Wait a minute. So that's against illegal immigration and for building a wall? Is that what I just heard?
Yeah, she was in her short hair phase. Looks like she was a senator back then, maybe.
Yeah.
They need to make some sort of a chart of like her like face so that you can judge her hair and wrinkles and stuff to figure out what criminal era she's in. It's like she only had the 3 or 4 murders under her belt here, and here's what she's up to. Like, what is she up to? 56 murders or something?
Something like that. Did anybody talk about what just happened in
last
Georgia
week.
today?
She just murdered a guy this week.
This week, yeah.
Monday or
Anybody see what happened in Georgia today?
What?
About the governor signing a controversial gun bill into law?
Oh, I think I read something about that earlier.
All right, so what's his name? Okay. It's legal for licensed gun owners in Georgia to pack heat in bars, schools, churches, and some government buildings. Georgia Governor Nathan Deal, a Republican, on Wednesday signed... Hold on. There we go. Signed the state's Safe Carry Protection Act, which critics dubbed the Guns Everywhere bill in North Georgia, on the edge of the Chattahoochee National Forest and the Cohutta Wilderness Area. Our state has some of the best protections for gun owners in the United States, and today we strengthen those rights protected by our nation's most revered founding document. The new law, which goes into effect July 1st, as in tomorrow, allows licensed gun owners in Georgia and visitors from 28 other states to bring in a gun into a bar without restrictions and carry a firearm into some government buildings that don't have security measures. It also allows school districts to decide whether they want some employees to carry a firearm and religious leaders to decide whether to allow licensed gun owners to tote in their church, synagogue, or mosque. Let's see. Since January 1st, 6 states have eased gun laws, 6 states have strengthened them, and 4 states have both eased and strengthened firearms laws. Deal signed the bill here because State House Speaker David Buckstick, who championed the measure in the State House, represents the area. Okay. New law provoked intense debate. Both supporters and opponents flocked to the state. The National Rifle Association called it the most comprehensive pro-gun reform legislation introduced in recent history. The gun rights group GeorgiaCarry.org believes the bill will restore our right to carry and be allowed to protect ourselves anywhere we go, according to Executive Director Jerry Henry. Of course, opponents include Americans for Responsible Solutions, the group co-founded by former Arizona Congresswoman Gabby Giffords, which called it the nation's most extreme gun bill, and it moves Georgia out of the mainstream.
What a fucking bitch.
Moms demand attention for gun sense in America also lobbied against the bill. It's a very, very dangerous kill bill. Nice. And their national spokeswoman, Crotchety McCrotch, whose 17-year-old son, Young Crotch, was killed in November in a dispute over loud music. Actually, God rest his soul, that's a shitty thing to have happen. Get fucking shot over some loud music.
Yeah, that sucks, but that's no reason to fucking try and implement more gun laws.
Well, sure it is if it's your 17-year-old son. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's something that somebody might do if it happened to them.
What was this law that happened in Georgia?
Are you shitting me? Are you
You're
really?
allowed to carry in bars.
Okay. Yeah, bars without restrictions. Some government buildings also allows the school districts to not have the mandatory gun-free shit. Same with the churches, whether it's a church, synagogue, or a mosque.
Well, what about the children?
Well, maybe they can learn how to fucking gun safety in Georgia. Actually, one of those states did have that.
A lot of them do. I have family down in Georgia and Alabama, and they tend to teach their kids about guns at a very young age, which is good, dude, because it's like you never hear about kids blowing their heads off down south. You know what I mean? Like very rarely compared to more liberal states where you're frowned upon and fucking thrown in jail if you let your kid handle a gun.
You know, most people in those states, though, are also smart enough to lock their guns up. I've grown up with gun cabinets. You never touched the guns because they were in the gun cabinets. There was one gun that was on the wall that we weren't allowed to touch, but of course we played with all the fucking time when my grandparents weren't there. But everything else was locked up.
Yeah, but if they found your fingerprints or a hair out of place, there was an ass whooping coming your way too. Yes.
He either never noticed or didn't care, because every time they were gone for more than an hour, I'd have that thing down and taken apart, and
Okay, but maybe they weren't dusting for prints, but you know what I'm saying, dude. If they ended up knowing.
Oh yeah, I'd have been beat. My ass had been beat.
Yeah.
My grandfather would have kicked me from one side of the cow pasture to the other, as he used to always say. That was his favorite thing. I'll kick you from this side of the cow pasture and back again.
Hey, did they ever make you pick your own switch?
Oh, lots of times.
Oh yeah.
How many times did you make them
a willow tree outside? So they make sure you pick the willow tree, because those wrap around and leave a welt all the way around your leg.
Now, one of my friends out here, you know, I wish I would have thought of this as a child. He told me a story about when he was a kid and he had to go get the stick. He went out and got a fucking tree branch and brought it back. Dad, yeah, exactly. Dad started laughing, was so angry, but just started laughing, and basically instead of beating him with the stick, it was a tree branch, dude. What are you gonna do? He fucking just made him, go to your room, you're in trouble, blah blah blah, instead of just fucking whooping his ass. So he got away with it one time, but that, all the other previous times it was like you just said, the willow or whatnot. Now, part of this gun bill in Georgia thing, let's see. The new law removes a restriction that prevented those convicted of certain misdemeanors from getting a gun permit, and in a provision that some law enforcement officials concerned, police will not be able to detain a person for the sole purpose of investigating whether or not such a person has a weapon carry permit. Also, the gun bill had failed in 3 previous legislative sessions, but passed late, and the session's final day this year. A year ago this month, a man in a fucking worthless piece of shit in Suwanee, Georgia, faked a heart attack and took 5 Gwinnett County firefighters, if you guys remember that, took the firefighters hostage at gunpoint, knowing that the emergency responders would not be armed.
You know what? I think it's very, very, very cloudy, but yeah, I think I remember hearing something about that.
Well, it ended up being that the SWAT team rescued them 4 hours later, but killed the gunman.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. I don't know about guns in bars, dude. That just doesn't seem like a very good idea.
What?
That doesn't seem like a good idea at all, dude.
I disagree. I think that it is. Because
Oh, I
if you're
know,
going to be
seriously.
drunk in public, or are you fucking drunk that you
carry
can't handle
bars
your
all the
shit?
time. I just don't drink.
Yeah,
I
that
look
was
at
like
guns like
my
I look
point
at cars. You should never drink and drive, period. I don't say I don't want to hear, oh, I just had a couple. Everybody that I ever pulled over just had a couple. But and they were all responsible, upstanding citizens up to that point. But so don't drink if you're going to carry a gun. Don't drink if you're going to drive. And if you're going to do either one of those things, you know, if you want to drive or you want to carry a gun, don't drink. If you want to drink, don't do the other two.
Yep.
I mean, it's not that hard. People act like, oh, it's such a burden to not be able to go out and get shit-faced or have a few drinks. Well, if you have to have a few drinks, you might want to evaluate why you have to have a few drinks rather than why you can't make the conscious decision to not drink if you're carrying.
Yeah, or you could not freak out and go to the extreme like you always like to do, and you could look at it from it's not that big an issue. The drunks.
No, it's not a big issue. I just say I look at it like drinking and driving. If I'm going to drink at all, I don't drink. If I'm going to drive at all, I don't drink. If I'm going to drink, don't drive. I'm not saying that the vast majority of people that go out and have one or two drinks.
Taking it to that example, which obviously nobody's going to deny your extreme ass example, but what we're talking about is the individual who carries and then has a beer and
Not
then
understanding.
stops, and then there's a gray area, and then there's if it's one of those no fault, no drink, no go to jail thing. Then
You're not understanding what I'm saying at all. I'm not using the extreme to set the rule. I'm saying my rule is if you're going to drink, don't drive. If you're going to drink, don't carry. But it's not a problem because I'm not seeing people shooting each other in bars. I'm not seeing people drunkenly blow their own heads off. But if you want to avoid issue, if you want to avoid potential, then just set yourself the simple rule of if I'm going to carry my gun, I'm not going to drink. Or I'm going to stay home tonight and have a couple of drinks. I'm not going to go out if I want to drink.
well, that's the thing. I don't. Well, okay, maybe that's fine. You can set that rule for yourself as long as it's not the rule for society. Because I don't want to have.
I just don't think carrying in bars has been a problem up till now.
Right. That's the thing, though, dude. So it might seem like extreme, but think about it. There's all kinds of drunk people with knives, and they can always smash the bottle they're drinking out of. People just don't go to that kind of violence very often at all, even when they're slam drunk. So.
And the kind of people that do usually have done it already and are usually in jail.
There you go. Exactly. So it could be perceived as a negative, but so many people drink, and most cops have to carry, right? So they're allowed to get drunk. A lot of them are drunks. So there's always been that kind of thing, and there's some accidents, but it's not like we're living in an epidemic of it or anything.
Well, that's the thing with me. I guess I'm kind of disagreeing with Yankee of the all or nothing thing, but I have 2 beers with a burger. I think I'm okay to drive, and I certainly would be okay to carry, but Michigan, it's .02, which basically means for me, with my body type, I take a sip of beer, I'm at .02, because I'm just fucking skinny as shit. So I don't carry when I go out because of that.
There's all kinds of studies that show that impairment, even levels as low as .025, show noticeable impairment. 6 is where impairment becomes drastically affected. .06 is where it becomes drastically affected. If you're going to get yourself to a point where you're affected, which would be in that low range, like a .03, I just wouldn't think it's a good idea to carry. But you got to know your body weight, know what you can drink, how long it's been since you had your last drink. Like I had people come into my martini lounge before who were driving, would give us their keys. They would drink for like 2 hours. They would drink till they were, a little tipsy, but then they would eat dinner and sit around for 3 hours chit-chatting before they went anywhere. And by the time that they'd sat around for 3 hours, a 220-pound man who's had 3 drinks, who sat and had dinner and chatted for 3 hours is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it tends to wear off pretty quick, especially after you eat, dude, because that absorbs a lot of the shit.
So we got the Alpha guy in the chat here. Did we ever figure out why he can't post too many videos or whatever?
What?
What they were talking about earlier on gun channels. Like apparently he can't post.
I thought it was
videos.
undetermined until it does get figured out.
No, I don't know how to link videos on gun channels. Oh, finally, I found a place nearby that has the antifreeze I need. Jeez.
Well, you shouldn't drink it all in one sitting, Yankee.
Well, my thermostat went out on my Jeep, and I've known it's been going out because it's been sticking open, and the engine's been taking a long time to warm up, and it's giving me my code that your thermostat's not coming, not engaging. And I knew it was a problem, so I didn't. But I've been too lazy to do anything about it. And then last night it stuck closed, and the car got close to overheating. It didn't overheat, but I'm like, yeah, that's too close. I got to change it today. Well, of course, I drained my radiator and everything, and changed my thermostat, and now you need new antifreeze, and no place in town fucking had the antifreeze. I finally just found a place that says he has some.
I hate when that shit happens, man.
Because you can't use regular antifreeze in the damn Jeeps because they're Daimler Chrysler products. If you put regular antifreeze in with it, it turns to gel. So it's got that HOAT antifreeze, that GO5 stuff.
Yeah. That sucks, dude.
I finally found it. And of course, it's $21 a gallon. But yeah, I took it into Jiffy Lube one time, had my oil changed, and they're like, you need to change your radiator out, and you need to have us flush it, and blah, blah, blah. And it's in really bad shape. And I'm like, really? It should be, like, practically new. I'm like, what's wrong with it? And they're like, it's nothing but rust. And I was like, that's awful. So I go over, and he shows it to me, and I'm like, dude, it's got fucking orange antifreeze in it because that's the kind of antifreeze it takes. Have you literally never seen that type of antifreeze in a car?
Yeah, that's the kind of guy you want working on your truck.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't even know if I want you changing the oil. Although he was the guy that just, gets the pad and, takes your order and tries to sell you shit while the other guys do the work.
Hey, but you know what though, dude? Jiffy Lube, they don't hire the brightest people, man. I'll tell you that much.
My grandma has a rat running through their house.
Yeah, my grandmother took her car to a Jiffy Lube right here up the street probably about 10 years ago and got an oil change. The dumbasses didn't put the fucking oil plug back in, so motor ended up blowing about 2 days later. Yeah, it's.
I've seen that happen. Dead horse, there, a rat just ran in front of your television set.
Yeah, I had a guy at the oil place try to tell me I needed a new air filter. I had just changed it the week before.
They always say you need a new air filter and you need a new radiator cap.
And he had to peel the pieces all the way apart and be like, see, you got some dirt stuck in there. I'm like, yeah, it's because it's an air filter and it filters out dirt. I'm gonna go ahead and skip that one for now. Thanks, buddy. I normally change my own oil. I forget why I was being lazy that time.
I don't. I'm too late. My time is worth more to me than, by the time you change your own oil, you only save like $10. So it's like my time is worth more than $10 to me.
Shit, man. They try and charge $80-$90 out here in California for a damn oil change.
I always go in, say I want the $25 oil change. Don't try to sell me anything else. Don't try to sell me on anything else. Don't try to convince me that that's not going to work. I'm 50 fucking years old, and I've owned cars longer than you've been alive. So just do it.
I'm a self-proclaimed internet car expert.
I love this shit they do nowadays. Like, you got to get the premium synthetic or else it'll only last 2,000 miles. And I was like, oil is oil, and the synthetic stuff is decent. But when I was a kid, you had to change your oil no fewer than every 15,000 miles. Then they changed it to 12, and then they changed it to 10, and then they changed it to 7,500, then they changed it to 5,000, then they changed it to 3,000. And then they start talking about how much better the oil is nowadays. I'm like, well, if the oil's getting fucking better, why do you got to change it more often?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I do it myself, I normally go for the synthetic blend. But so that's kind of it's cheaper, but it does last a little bit longer.
I use just good old-fashioned Pennzoil, and I've done it all my life, and I've never changed oil in less than 7,000 miles. I always change it at 7,000 miles. Never had an issue with any engine I've ever owned because of it.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, you won't as long as you fucking maintain it, dude. My brother had a 2006 Chrysler 300, and the dumbass blew the motor by 60,000 miles because he never fucking changed the oil in it. And he wondered why the motor went, dude. It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
You're just running sludge in the bottom of your oil pan.
Well, now, as far as I know, the only cure for stupidity is a Darwin Award. So, I mean, it's going to be what it's going to be, right?
The way my grandfather always said it, that the only true cure for stupid is a hammer.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. I guess that's what I'm getting at.
Yep.
It's like you can always cure ignorance because you can educate someone, but the only cure for stupid is a hammer to the head.
Hey, you're gonna need that for your house guest, Dead Horse.
He should use that hammer to kill that rat that's running around in his living room. I'm pretty sure I saw it run right in front of the television set and right behind that table. Little furry thing. Not
Well,
that
maybe
one.
the dog will get it.
Maybe that one will get it.
I don't think that dog's chasing the rat.
Like
I
a
don't
fat
think so.
old, look like a fat old mini pin that's just looking for a place to lay down.
I was gonna say that's one of those looking at it and going, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
That's great.
What? What's with the easy on shit? You too lazy to use a screwdriver?
It's just what came with it.
Never know when you're gonna have to rip that off in the heat of
Like
battle.
it. It has this big, huge lever. I actually would rather have one with just a little screw because now it has this big lever that you can accidentally like hit or, unless it's on super tight, you know, if that gets caught on something, it just pops right off. I mean, so I really actually don't like it, but it's just
It's got on one of your bangle bracelets there.
yeah.
You could always reverse it to where the latch is forward.
Yeah, but then anytime you try and put that up against the barricade potential, you got it coming undone that way too.
I don't know if I like these sights on this or not. I don't know. They're kind of
large.
If you don't
Are
want
those Mission First sites?
What's that?
Are those the MFTs?
No, these are the Cobra Techs from Cobra Tech. So I think I'm gonna go put. I got a set of the Magpul FDs. I think I'm gonna go put those on here because I don't know. These look just kind of really big and bulky on this pistol. Like I don't know. Just doesn't quite look right.
That's a pistol? What makes that a pistol?
10.5 inch barrel and shockwave brace.
Okay. Makes sense.
So yeah, it looks kind of big on my camera, but it really, I mean, it
Yeah.
really.
Either you have small hands,
Well,
or
that thing-
I've forgotten.
that-
I've forgotten what a 10 inches look like. Hold on, I gotta go take a piss.
That muzzle device is like 3 inches long. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
13 inches.
And the rail's a 12 inch.
Times.
So it's a 10.5 inch barrel with a 12 inch rail, and then that muzzle device, yeah, is like 3 inches long.
Okay, now that's starting to make way more sense then.
So, because the barrel actually ends up in here. So.
Very nice, very nice. I must say I am a bit jealous.
Now I just need to get a different pistol grip for it because this grip is just a regular 18. It's like too angled for the pistol. Like I want one that's more vertical. I think.
Gotta get the K2 Plus.
Yeah, I'm going to. I decided I wanted to put it all together first and just make sure before I spent the extra money on some grip I didn't need. But when I hold it up to my cheek, it's yeah, it just doesn't quite feel right. So.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference, that K2. And you can tuck your arm down right into your ribs. And you don't have, your wrist isn't all fucked up.
So Yankee, don't you have a show tonight?
You up at 7.
Oh.
Here's the link to the YouTube G-Webs over in the private chat.
There goes that pot-bellied pig again. We thought maybe your pig could chase your rat, but doesn't seem like it's too much for running.
The rat kicks his ass. The rat, like, she's the boss. She's the boss. Like,
Wait.
she'll
So the
go.
rat is a natural resident, is what you're saying.
Many pins are pussy.
She'll hide treats around the house, and if he goes anywhere by her treat, she pounces on him, and like she turns vicious fast. Like
Many pins are pussies because ours used to have our long-haired Chihuahua, which weighed 3 pounds, and he was like 15 pounds. Used to beat his ass all the time.
that's what my rat is a long-haired Chihuahua, and then my mini. Oh, that's funny.
Our Chihuahua's name was Margaret, and our Min Pin's name was Sam, and he was terrified of her, even though she was only 3 pounds.
See, doesn't that front sight just look like fucking ugly or what? Like, is that like, what do you guys think? Does that front sight look
bulky? Yeah, that's kind of bulky, dude. It doesn't look very streamlined, but as long as it's functional, dude, fuck it.
Well, he's got so many pieces, parts for ARs. He could probably change that out. He's with something he's got on hand.
Oh yeah, I got some Magpul FDE ones.
Why does that front part need to be so big so that they can have a lever to release it, or so you don't have to flip it up by hand, or what is?
Like
the base for mounting or whatever.
Pressing down, you just like slide it forward, and I think that's why it's so big.
That adds a lot of freaking bulk to those things.
And on the black sights, because I've used a couple of these, they don't look as big and bulky for some reason. The black kind of, I don't know, makes it hide, but these ones just make it, I don't know, they just like stick out for, I don't know, just looks kind of ugly. I don't think I'm going to buy these ones anymore. Oh look, the rats are fighting. Oh, now you guys stop. Get him, Peaches. Get him. Get him.
Oh man, my fucking tooth is killing me.
What'd you do to it?
I got a fucking one of my fillings popped out on the molar in the bottom left in the very back, and my damn wisdom tooth is coming in and it broke the damn tooth. It like broke the back of it. It's all jacked up.
I like how Dead Horse is starting a dogfight there.
Yeah.
Well, if he's not making any money on it, technically it's just in
going
fun, right?
He's going all what's his face, the football player that was doing the dog fights. What's his name?
I was just going to say it's going on Michael Vick, yeah.
Vick on us, yeah.
Good.
Get off that damn computer and do the laundry.
Yeah, gotta love laundry.
I find that no matter how hard I try, that shit ain't gonna do itself.
See, I just have a shit ton of clothes. I only have to do laundry like once a month.
Yeah, but when you do laundry, you fucking gotta do it for a day and a half, though, if you wait all month.
Yeah, but you either got to do one of two things. You either got to get married or have a housekeeper, because I'm married and we have a housekeeper that comes in once every 2 weeks and does all the laundry. but I don't ever do laundry. That's the one thing I don't like to do in the house. I'll fix everything, I'll make all the meals, I'll do all that crap, but I'm not freaking doing laundry. I hate it.
It sucks, dude. It does suck doing it, but honestly, I don't like other people fucking with my clothes. It's like it seems like every time someone else does it, man, I'm missing socks, I'm missing a shirt, just some bullshit, man.
Well, doing laundry in this house pretty much consists of gathering it all up, taking it down here to the dry cleaners, and then picking it up in 3 days. Because we just pay for the laundry service, where they'll just, like, for $1.25 an item, they'll wash everything and hang it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, for like $1.25, they'll wash every dress shirt you have, or every shirt you have that needs ironed, and iron it. So it's worth $1.25 to have it washed and ironed, to me.
Lime Rita, really, dude? Come on.
I've never had them before. I heard that well, someone told me that they're actually good, but I don't know. I've never had them before.
Now, I'm going to ask you this.
What was the lesbian that told you they were good?
I was just going to start with that, yes. Number one, how well do you know the person that told you such an abhorrent lie like that? Number one, it's made by Budweiser, so how good can it actually be to start with? Number two, how many things named Arita are good?
Margarita.
Okay, but see, it's not hyphenated. It's one word, see?
Senorita.
One word again, and I like those. I like senoritas more than I like margaritas.
That was my dog's
name. But you didn't specify on the hyphenate.
I said Etas. Yes.
Well, I've never had it before, but isn't this supposed to be like a margarita with the twist, like a margarita in a can? Like, I don't. Like, do
it's
they
a beer flavored margarita.
It's
Twist
not
is
gonna
margarita made out of beer.
It is basically a malt beverage. There should be no actual tequila liquor in that. It should be made of a malt beverage. So basically, it's a Zima in lime margarita form.
Well, they might have thrown like a splash of whatever they used to put in the tequila crap they used to make.
Well, you can't mix liquor and beer and sell it. It's a different set of laws because liquor is governed different from beer.
I said the crap they put in their tequila, which was supposed to be beer with like a splash of whatever in it. Blue agave.
Like
I tried one of those ones down there.
Is this normal for it to come in such a small can, only 8 ounces? Like,
well, let's say it's marketed towards her as opposed to him.
Yeah, it's marketed to children, so of course it's going to be a smaller can, so they drink more.
And you can tell by the nice illustration on the can as well that it's definitely the hype to the kids. Now, if it's hot and that's a cold beverage, it might hit the spot.
It tastes like, at first it does taste like a margarita, but then it has like a beer aftertaste.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound too good.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the, you can have it. I'm good.
All the medicine taste of a canned margarita and the aftertaste of a beer.
Yeah.
I like my bourbon. Tastes like bourbon.
Smells like bourbon.
First sip, and on the second sip, it tastes kind of like water.
That's because you're just so tough, Moon.
But you also got to remember, Z, he lives in Utah where everything, all the beer out there is 3-2 beer.
Oh, shit.
Yes. Oh,
shit. Can you even drink liquor in that state? I know I'm being sincere here. I'm asking. I have no clue.
You can, but the liquor stores are all state-owned.
Yeah, I've been in states like that. That ain't the end of the world.
So they're not open Sundays. They close at 7 o'clock on the weekdays. You know.
Okay.
So how do they justify all the extra peeing?
Excuse me?
You can only have so much alcohol in your beer in that state?
Piss water, yeah. That's what we call the beer here. It's piss water.
That's a lot of wasted water. I would think that.
Like we have a Budweiser plant
repealed.
here for our state just because we
Right.
can only have 3.2 beer. So there's
Right.
like a mini Budweiser plant here.
And Moon, I want to know, what do you got to say for yourself? You got a shout out today on the Daily Gun Chat, and I didn't hear anything. I didn't even see a response out there.
I couldn't listen to it live, so I'll have to listen to it later.
I mean, for fuck's sakes, man.
I know.
Okay, so far the shout-outs for this week are Tony, Moon. Shoot, who are the other ones?
I think Sean Connery.
Huh. What the hell do they all have in common? This is
And-
killing me, man. I need to know the
and
week.
one other. I'm trying to. I don't remember who the other guy was either off the top of my head.
Tony?
Tony was,
We all-
I think,
we
Monday.
all- I don't want to blow the tactical quiz.
Oh no, I don't know that was what the quiz was.
No,
That's
but
just
G
a
had said
question
something
for the
if
week.
you guess if you can get mini Smith & Wesson 40 patches, special
Oh,
ones.
Shit.
So I'm trying to figure it out.
Now, even though you roboted terribly, I think we still got what you were saying, Smegs.
Oh, did I? Man, my internet's been crappy this whole week. Even on my phone, like on 4G or whatever, and Wi-Fi. I think there's something wrong with the internet.
There could be.
We
My
broke it with awesomeness.
Yeah, it's possible.
My Wi-Fi.
Oh, they said my way.
That's the NSA taking up the bandwidth.
What did they do?
Oh wait, no, that was the law that they passed. What was that, last year? Nobody cared about it. Where they can throttle up and throttle down the internet. Wasn't that the law they passed? Don't we remember railing against it before it went into effect? Nobody here.
I know what you're talking about. The net neutrality.
Yeah, I think G-Webs and Yankee almost got in a internet fist fight over this shit, if I remember correctly. But anyway, I'm not trying to provoke anybody into anything.
Well, they do have a show tonight. Maybe they can.
I'm just saying that could this be an example of what we were worried about?
No, because the whole thing net neutrality was it was a limit on the internet service providers, basically forcing them not to throttle the bandwidth up and down. Because they did a thing, I think it was Comcast, they were negotiating with Netflix, and it was funny because right before the negotiations started, everyone's Netflix traffic fucking ground to a halt. And then after Netflix paid Comcast however many millions of dollars, they were now a preferred website, so they got preferential treatment of all the traffic. And then the speeds for Netflix went way up. And it's only a matter of time until all the other internet service providers start throttling down stuff they don't like and throttling up websites they do like. And that's what net neutrality was supposed to stop. Now, I agree, when you give out blatant power, it can be misused. But net neutrality was not about shutting websites down or anything. It was about restrictions for the internet service providers. Look at everyone who fought it. Comcast, fucking Dish Network, all the companies that provide services were the ones that didn't like it.
That's a word I was trying to think of earlier today.
It's basically saying that the providers can't say, well, the only websites we're actually going to allow to load are the ones that fit our political agenda.
Or fit have paid us money. Like I said, the Netflix
the fact that if you set the precedent that they can turn off your bandwidth arbitrarily for money, then you've also set the precedent that the government can turn off your bandwidth for any other reason. Which means they could just go, oh, like full 30. Well, it's going to take 4 days for your page to load. Just so you know, we won't censor you, but it's going to take 4 days for your page to load.
Oh, so that's why gun channels take so long to load on my computer. They're already doing it. Okay.
Although I'm getting sick of people asking me why I'm not on full 30.
Hey, Yankee, I was wondering, I never really had the time to ask you, why aren't you on full 30?
Because it's invitation only.
Hey.
Yeah, no, I knew. I'm just fucking around.
Why aren't you on full 30?
So who has to invite you? Like anyone else on?
Now, Moon, you know it was only funny when I said it, right? You know that, right?
I took it too far.
That was so funny, I got to go poop.
See, it was so funny it made him almost shit himself.
Now that is funny.
I love you too, baby. Drive safe.
So full 30s by invitation only. Who is it that has to invite you? Like any of the guys already on it, or the owner, or what?
I got
Whoever's
invited,
running it.
and I was like, "Fuck you! I'm not going there. I'm going to full 40."
You were invited for the full
Magpul.
Monty, not the full
Magpul
30.
full 40, and the Surefire full 60. This is small time, full 30.
Damn, that bourbon must be good and tasty.
The more you drink this thing, the more it tastes like beer. Like the less margarita taste it has.
Well, you're giving the chemicals more time to
Try
desensitize.
taking the next one.
Or all the flavor molecules float to the top.
And off gas.
You should shake it up first next time.
See, because that can't happen in a regular
Well,
margarita because
shotgun.
it's not carbonated.
Shotgun
There
them
is not
cans.
going to be a next time.
Nice, there's the answer.
12 pack in the fridge. You gotta finish.
I do
no,
got a
that's-
12 pack in the fridge, but there's not going to be a next time.
That's for the ladies. Here,
You gotta
babe.
sh-
I
you
got
gotta
this
shotgun
especially
as
for you.
many as you can.
I'm going to go back to the wine, the red sangria. That's or the cupcake Moscato. Mm.
I don't know sangria. I ain't got no crystal ball.
I was thinking that too, man. I know that's not the word, but hell, that was funny.
Yep, there we go.
Hey, what forehand is that? What handguard is that?
Fire Tech.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 12-inch Fire Tech key mod. I think they're made up in Oregon, right by Yankee somewhere.
Yeah. Shit, I gotta start me another build, man, before next year.
Before the gun, because doesn't the gun apocalypse actually take effect? Like even if it passes, it won't take effect.
I'm panicking right now.
Nice. That's what I like to hear. Now, has anybody heard anything more about the House voting next week on the no fly, no buy? It looks like it's coming up. This unspecified Republican-backed bill will take away the gun rights of suspected terrorist Americans on the government's secret unaccountable terrorist watch list.
Wait, by Republicans?
Yes, sir. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Is this is their version. Republicans are yellow rather than stand up against no-fly list as an unconstitutional measure in and of itself. They are caving to public pressure and extending the list to the list makers' powers. And make no mistake, it's a short hop from preventing government-defined suspected terrorists from buying a new gun to preventing them from owning any guns by confiscating them via federal law enforcement officials. Believe it or not, it could get worse. The specifics of this legislation are unclear. However, the terrorism package will likely include measures to help prevent radicalization and recruitment of potential terrorists and provisions to prevent suspected terrorists from buying guns. What are the odds that these anti-radicalization and recruitment provisions will infringe upon Americans' First Amendment protected right to free speech. While I'm asking questions, is the Republican Party hell bent on tearing itself to pieces? Constitution-loving Americans have been holding their noses and voting Republican for some time, as their preferred party is selling their liberties down the river. Again, Patriot Act. How many former Republicans will simply stay home during the next election cycle? I guess we're going to find out.
See it, Gary Johnson's inauguration, people.
Yep, I can't wait for Hillary to get elected because so many people didn't vote Republican. It's going to be great.
Yep.
I don't think that bill can. I don't think they can do anything with that bill because, as far as from everything I've heard, there's like no due process as far as being put on that list, and so isn't due process part of our rights? I mean,
doesn't mean they won't do it just because it's unconstitutional.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Then it just has to go to court at some other point in time. But in the meantime, before that, it'll just be cornholing everybody it can.
And the problem is,
this one is the Republican-backed bill. Of course, all the fucking Democrats are going to go for it, and like the last time, they missed by like 3 votes, dude.
I know, but just wait until a couple Republican senators or Democrat senators get put on that
senators.
bill
It's the House. It's the
without
House,
them
not the
knowing,
Senate.
or representatives or whatever. Wait until some of those guys in our government actually get put on that list, and then they can't fly. And they were never told they were put on the list. They weren't told why they were on the list, and then that shit will all change real quick.
They didn't change it after Ted Kennedy was on it, so I don't know that I believe what you're saying.
But that's Ted Kennedy. Like, you know how
one of the most vocal, famous politicians of all time.
Yeah. And how many people has he killed with his car? Can you imagine him in an airplane?
1.
I thought he's killed 2 people with this car.
Well, it's not a no-fly your airplane list. It's a no-fly on an airplane list.
Right. So I guess my point to what I'm saying is how you say that, no, it'll change. Obviously, it haven't changed, even with all the mistakes that have already been done, whether it's 4-year-olds or Teddy Kennedy.
Well, if there's a list that says you can't fly on an airplane, isn't there something about prohibiting our ability to travel, or our right to travel? So we're basically saying, hey, take that other thing that infringes on our right to travel and add right to own guns to it.
Yep.
And if you're going to talk to ISIS people or eat ISIS bread or enjoy delicious opium ISIS candy, then you might as well not be able to talk about it on the internet for your friends.
Yep, because that's how they're talking about the First Amendment will get affected because of the radicalization and recruitment potential. They'll definitely shit right all over the First Amendment too.
And it said the article. It said the people were, or the public. Well, who's the public? Who?
What do you? You mean public
pressure from the public?
Right. Well, you know who the pressure's from, dude. It's from
the
all
media,
the media and the antis, bro. Yeah, because they're caving to public pressure. Yes, that's exactly.
Well, that means we're not.
They come out with these fake ass.
Yes, apparently our fucking pressuring them the other way is not enough pressure. So, gentlemen, tomorrow's Friday. You know, if you can fucking write
before a holiday weekend.
Yep, if you
That's
can.
when shit goes down.
Yep, if you can, tell them how you feel.
Oh,
Write
shit.
your
Right,
column.
there is potential for something to go down tomorrow.
Well, they're not supposed to vote on this in particular until next week, but yeah.
Well, I'll wait for an executive order or some shit then. It's always the Friday before a holiday weekend.
Yep, and I think actually he had something coming.
How would you know he would love to do it right before 4th of July, too?
Yeah, how else do you celebrate Independence Day than taking away people's freedom? That's like the best way to celebrate.
Exactly.
I'm just going to limit to you how much freedom you can feel on the most freedom day of the entire year.
And, you know, there's something, and that's, I forget, something you said sparked this. You didn't actually say it, but one of the things that is difficult with this, like, terrorist watch list thing is as soon as you try and defend it, saying, well, there's no due process and, you know, that should not be a thing, it leaves it open so easily for, oh, so terrorists should have guns. And the thing to point out and to remind people, is that the watch list is not a list of terrorists. Because if these people were proven terrorists, shouldn't they be fucking locked up or something?
Locked up or dead, potentially, yes.
Exactly. And that's the problem with fighting it, is, you know, even like you said, okay, we can sue and it's unconstitutional, that's great, but how much support are you really going to get? Because the NRA's already been bashed, and they say, the NRA wants terrorists to have guns. No,
Hey,
they don't.
guess what,
No,
Smegs?
they fucking don't.
My cracker ass just got put on a list coming up. Now, it might not be the terrorist watch list, but it's an FBI list.
Yeah, you're a callback list.
Well, it's on a. I heard the article I read said it was like the FBI criminal list.
Yes, sir. We are on the list with
criminals.
You are correct.
Well, no, you're not on the list with criminals. Hang on. You're on the list of people that the FBI notifies the state if they become criminals someplace else.
For like
Teachers are on it. Like other, you know, public sector people are on that database. And if they commit a crime someplace else, it gets reported to Hawaii. Just to get the facts straight.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
100% agree.
I shouldn't be on a list with any criminals because I'm not a criminal.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a list of criminals.
Criminals. You're a list to identify people who do criminal activity. So, like,
Okay, what is the government's actual bureaucratic ratio of fucking up to not fucking up? I'm going to go with it's pretty good, right? It is pretty good.
they need more practice. So they're just going to use your rights, and they're just going to abuse them a little bit so they can practice. So
Oh, and supposedly this is a list also that I can never not be on the list. Like,
Why
no
would you
matter
be
where I
off?
live.
Because you're a criminal? You want to be off the list?
I didn't want to be on the list in the first place, man.
What do you mean? If you move, you can't get off the list?
As far as I know, that's what they said. It's like I'm on that list forever.
Who are they going to tell? Like,
Well,
who
no,
gets-
I'm saying it'll like my name will just remain on there. Like, there's no way to get off of the list, from my understanding.
Like if a background check ever gets done on him, or a police officer runs his name, from my understanding, he's going to pop up as a person who owns a gun.
As an owner. I believe that is correct.
That's not my understanding of it at all.
No, not me either. And that wouldn't make any sense, because who cares if you're a gun owner?
Apparently they do. Otherwise, they wouldn't have put me on the list in the first place, bro.
It's
No,
straight up for back reporting. It's for if you have a crime in a different state,
it's so that you can't get away.
Tell your state that you are now a criminal.
It's like if you're some sort of sex pervert, you can't fly to Wisconsin and do your sex thing to cheeses in front of people's and then duck back to Hawaii and live a normal life. And then they're over there in like Wisconsin wiping up the mess and shaking their fist in the air because you're not around. So now they can go tell the FBI, and the FBI can go, hey, that guy's a cheese pervert. So when you go to try to buy a gun, they won't let you.
Well, and that's like, okay, I don't know for sure if Michigan reports to that thing or not. I think they do from something I remember, but I could be wrong. But anyways, my mom works in a school, so she had an extensive background check before she got hired, and if she's in that database like you are now, if she commits a crime in a different state, it will come back to the state of Michigan and say, oh, by the way, this lady committed a crime, in Texas or whatever, and then she'd probably lose her job. And that's the idea of it. That's why they have it, is the theory that people will commit crimes in different states, and then those are the types of people that, you might not want to have a criminal background. Like I said, school teachers, I think, like doctors and shit, like those people like are in the database.
So you're basically saying that although we were first in the nation to do this, that it's going to be great for when the rest of the 49 states add you guys to it? Is that correct? Is that
No,
what we're
that's
saying?
not at all what I'm saying.
Okay,
Please don't
because you're
stop
trying to
me.
make it sound like it's a good thing, and I'm trying to say that I don't know that it is.
No, I'm not making it sound like it's a good thing. What I'm trying to do is say what it actually is, and not like fearmonger that it's super duper bad. It's only kind of bad. It's still bad, I agree, but it's only kind of bad, not super bad. Because it's not a database of just gun owners. It's just the gun owners are added to this other database that already exists that has a bunch of people, and the sole purpose of it is if they commit a crime in any state, their home state knows about it. Which I would think in this day and age, it probably already happens anyways. But for whatever reason, they decide they need a database. It still sucks. I agree. I'm not trying to defend it.
Didn't the German government have a list of people at one time too that were innocent and didn't do anything wrong? And then what happened with that list?
Got cooked.
Schindler fisted it.
Yep. Tossed in the oven.
Take it to the showers.
Personally, I just think being put on any kind of list without due process is a bad thing. It's really bad. Really, really bad. That's just my opinion of it.
And why didn't I have the option of saying sure or not sure or like fuck no? And I also have to pay for this privilege as well. Now, I have not been told how much it's going to be, but HVS seems to think it's going to be about $75. Hopefully that's a one-time fee only.
Yeah, which, I mean, that's bullshit too, because how hard is it to type a name and hit save? That's like paying for background checks. Does it really take that much fucking work to do a background check? Come on.
The dude clicks a button and your name pops up. Done.
I just watched something that I don't know is real or not.
The moon landing?
No, I believe in the moon landing. It was one of those rides that you ride where it's like a pendulum thing, and literally, you know, there's no warning on it or nothing. And it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it swings, it swings, it swings, and then all of a sudden you just see a little fucking shape just slide right out of the bottom and off of it and in through the air. Holy fuck.
So you got those phone calls coming in on telephone lines, so that costs money because nobody's giving the government free phone lines. And then the phones themselves cost money, and then the facility that they're in takes either rent or infrastructure to run it. Then you got all those people and the bureaucracy that support them and their HR and their health and all that shit. And then you got the people that train them to do whatever the crap they have, and then you got the people that develop whatever they get trained on to infringe on us. So that phone call that takes a little bit of time requires massive bureaucracy. So every time they can tighten their fucking jack boots on our neck, not only does it take away our freedom and their individualism, but it also grows the size of that bureaucracy, and they fucking win. They get to hide in that bureaucracy. They get paid from that bureaucracy existing, and it takes a little bit more of authority away from, or gives a little bit of authority to them when it takes it away from the individual. And our descendants will never know what it was like to be truly free, right? That's why I think it costs a lot of money to do the background checks. Plus, they do it in the FBI, and it's the ATF that has to deal with it. So why the hell are there two departments and all the back and forth? That much
Which is weird because, yes, although I have to register everything here, right, because it's the law, I only pay for that background check the one time. Pretty much they'll do a background check through the police station anytime that I purchase any handgun, and then once a year to renew my permit to acquire long guns. And I'm not paying for a background check on any of those. I am paying transfer fees and all that kind of stuff, but...
Shit, where are you at? I need to move there.
No, you do not want to move here, bro. You do not want to move here. I live in Hawaii, bro.
Oh, you're in Hawaii? Oh, fuck that. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't want to fucking move
I'll stick to California and just try and get the shit vetoed over here.
There you go.
Hey, what's the wait period over there in Hawaii?
It depends on what you're buying. Mandatory 2 weeks on any handgun. But basically, for long guns, which shotguns and rifles, you have to renew your permit to acquire every year. But then basically within that year's amount of time, you can technically purchase an unlimited amount of firearms in that year, and it only requires the 1-2 week wait during the renewal process.
All right.
Yeah.
That sucks. It's not that bad though, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, there's other bullshit here, but yeah. So yeah, it's going to be a 2 weeks on each and every handgun, and then a 2 week during your renewal for the permit to purchase.
But then once you get the permit, you just go and pay the fees and get out with it?
When I get the permit to purchase, yes, I can purchase as many long guns in that year's time. I still have to register each and every one legally, and then but only the one background check for that, and only the one wait period for that. Like if I went today, I could literally just go to the store, purchase a rifle, and take it to be registered within, I think it's 72 hours, and there's no wait on that.
Okay.
Because I already have my permit. I
Right.
already renewed it earlier this year.
Right. All right.
Yeah, so some things in Hawaii are better than California. Like me and HBS were going over a chart showing the least restrictive to the most restrictive gun laws. 2 was it Missouri?
The most are
I think it was
California,
Missouri,
New Jersey, New
Ohio,
York,
or
and
Oklahoma. They had a 2, and then California was a 93.5, and that was the 2 ends of the scale, the low and the high, 2 to 93.5. And so,
because when they do the ranking of the 50 states for gun rights, 1 to 50, basically Hawaii usually comes in somewhere around 47, 46, 48, because then the other states that are going to have worse gun laws or just as bad are going to be New York, New Jersey, and California.
Right.
And also, I think Connecticut might be creeping up, and Massachusetts as well. But last time I checked, we were like in 46 or 47. It would be nice if we could get some pro-gun action and maybe cruise up to, 44, 45, living the dream at 42.
Yeah, see,
But
Michigan's
I don't
always
know.
like right in the middle. Depending on who does the list, we're always like 20-something.
freaking whatever. California sucks for gun laws. It's not going to get any better. Hopefully, that's not true. But
Yeah, never say never, man. Anything can happen.
Yeah, after gun apocalypse passes, you're going to be 50th,
well,
locked
we
in.
already are. We are the worst state for gun control in the
Well,
union.
yeah, but you have other ones right on your heels. With this, you'll be locked in. No one can touch you.
I think New York and New Jersey were closest at like 84 and 86 out of 100, where we're 93.5. So yeah. Brandon, you in Cali too?
Yes, sir.
Are you in SoCal or Northern Cal?
No, I'm in SoCal. I'm in Long Beach.
Oh, okay. So, who else was I talking to this in Long Beach? Mr. Knives. You're not Mr. Knives, are you?
No.
Oh, okay, because he's in the LBC too.
I literally just joined earlier, probably about an hour ago. But yeah, man, it fucking sucks, dude. Hopefully Governor Brown does his part again like he did in 2013. But we'll see. Definitely scary fucking times.
Well, we got 48 hours. If he doesn't do it in 48 hours, it goes to the Lieutenant Governor douchebag there. So, and then he'll be acting governor while Brown is out on his vacation, so he can sign
Wait a
them.
minute, wait a minute. Are you telling me that the lieutenant governor gets to sign shit that if the fucking regular governor doesn't?
No. If the
Okay.
regular governor is not there to manage the state, lieutenant governor is the acting governor. And he can sign bills as the governor. And Jerry Brown is getting ready to leave to go do whatever it is he's going to go do in 2 days. So if he doesn't vote it out, if he doesn't veto it or pass them before he leaves, it will fall to Lieutenant Governor Newsom.
So literally, he could just leave it and say, "Oh, I didn't sign it. That wasn't me."
Yeah, and it's not like he cares anyways. Well, he might be running for another political office, but he's not going to be governor anymore. So.
Yeah.
And that's Newsom would love to have the street cred of being anti-gun.
Oh, yeah, because then he could get voted into governor, no problem. Or maybe not no problem, but
I just can't believe the whole freaking, like, you know, ammo database and all it, like, that's the shit that is crazy too. Everyone, yeah, the banning the AR type stuff is crappy, but I think what will affect more people is the background checks for buying ammo and keeping the sales record of that ammo.
Yeah. Well, you know, they were trying to make it to where they literally film us purchasing ammo, and they were trying to make it to where it had to stay on file for 5 years. But that got shot down.
Yeah, but there's still something in there about keeping a sale, like keeping a record of the sale.
Yeah, and they're trying to make it to where we have to get background checks every time we go buy a box of ammo.
Nah, that's not true. They want to treat it like buying reloading components. When you go to buy black powder, you got to show your ID, put your name in a book, and they have a record of you buying what caliber and how much. I do believe there's a limit in it too. They're trying to limit you to a certain amount per month.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I saw something that said background checks for ammo.
Well, that's interpretations from other pro-gun rights people to try and get people to, stand up and fight, which is a good thing, but I don't know.
Kind of
Who knows? I mean, these guys literally are legislators, wrote them on the floor of the Assembly and the Senate, and then submitted them. They didn't use the normal protocols to get things done. So, yeah. I don't know.
Yep.
I'm going to jump out and go over to Yankees channel. He's going to be starting here pretty quick. I'll see you guys in a bit.
All right, man.
I wonder what Yankee show is tonight about.
I thought it was internet gun experts.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to work this damn thing, man. How to look for shows and all that.
Oh, pretty much if you just watch the lobby, the regular live chat lobby, they'll post where the other shows are at on the other people's channels. And then when they post them, then you can follow them and then like them, and then you can like sign up for notifications for when like someone starts a new show and whatnot.
Right.
Or on the main page of gun channels, up near the top on the left, I think it says like sponsored channels or premium channels or something, whatever it is, featured channels. Most of those are channels that have shows, and it kind of like scrolls through every 10 seconds or whatever.
Oh, okay.
That won't necessarily tell you when it's on, but those are the types of shows that are on, and then you'll just learn what nights and what times everyone does their stuff.
Also, another way to tell is on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, there's going to be something that says chat rooms on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to that and you open it, and you can see how many people are in each chat room. So sometimes if there's a lot of people in a chat room, it's going to imply that there's a chat going in that chat room.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, let's see. I got to pull it up just to see what's going on here.
Yeah, like right now there's 8 people in Yankees chat.
There's 30 online with the lobby, so you can obviously tell that we're having one here. Yeah,
There's
8 with
17 in
Yankee.
Gun News Weekly, because
So he
Tactic's doing his.
Yep, he just started his not too long ago. So that's another way, like if it hadn't been announced or you missed the announcement, like you can just, when you just jump on, sometimes that's an indicator to quickly identify who's having what chat.
Right. Okay. See, yeah, like right now I'm in Yankees chat room. So how would I browse, like from that, how would I browse the other chats? Would I have to leave that chat room or what?
No, as a matter of fact, on that same tab, the chat rooms, on the bottom right. Let's see, I gotta remove my thing here so I can help you. Okay, so let's see. So you open it up and you can see all the chats that are listed. Then there is going to be a a door and a pop-out.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically you just choose whichever one of these you want to go to. Like you can, for the chat room, you basically, if you're in Yankees on your main screen and then you go down to the chat rooms like we're talking, you can just push the 24/7 live gun chat, and then you see how that pops up while still you staying on the same Yankee page.
Yeah, see, if you look at my screen here, this is the lobby chat that I popped out earlier, and then I can, go into Yankees chat here. Now this is just the chat room for it, so if you want to see the video, you have to go to his actual page, which should be up here somewhere. Just going to scroll through them real quick.
Scrolling.
Oh, hang on. This one's the best one right here. Hit or Miss Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock Eastern. Anyways, Yankee Marshall. So if you click on that, it's going to take you to his actual, channel.
Right.
And then that's where you can have, he'll have his video and then the chat room below it. So this would be the best way to watch it, because then you can, I don't know if this is the new one or not. You can hit play up here. Yeah, see, it hasn't started yet. And then down here, you can be like, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's how I watch shows. And then, but like he was saying, if you just want to chat, I like having the lobby always just popped out onto the side.
Right.
And that's mostly because when I'm in a chat, see how I have this screen's only half my screen, so I can see people typing, and I can be talking in here. Yeah, and of course it's always awesome when you're screen sharing inside the thing.
Okay. All right. So pretty much, yeah. If they're running a live video, then it'll automatically pop up on their channel, on their page.
Yeah, on their channel, it'll have the video up top and then the chat room below.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's the best way to watch it, because then you can talk and listen to it at the same time.
Right. All right. Cool, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. And like I was saying, there's always, at least at night, Pink is pretty damn consistent of doing a chat every single night before he goes to work. He works midnight shift. So a lot of times if it's after, I don't know, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something like that, there'll be a chat going. And just ask for the link if you don't see one in the lobby. Just be like, hey, is there a lobby link? And normally someone will post it. I'm not as consistent, but I like doing them in the afternoon when I get home from work. So they're normally a couple hours or so.
Okay.
Like today I started one up, and then GWebs was doing a chat, so I shut it down so I could join his, because you can only be in one Google Hangout at a time. And since I was the host, I had to shut it down in order to join something else. But then I started this one back up after that was over. And that's what you've been in, ever since.
Right. All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always like having new people in and new points of view and shit, so you're always welcome in the lobby. And as you notice, we talk about all sorts of random shit.
Yeah. Oh, I'll definitely be on here, man. I work nights, so I'll probably be on anytime before like 5, and then all the weekends, of course, I'll be on throughout the day and whatnot.
Yeah, and you can come on, like, if, I don't know what you do working nights, but if it's something like security guard where you're just sitting there, you can hop on your phone. A lot of guys, hop on their phone, hop in the chats through their phone, or, watch the chats through their phone, stuff like that. So this website's pretty phone friendly.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll probably check it out during my breaks and stuff, but when I'm actually working, man, I'm constantly moving.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and there's I don't know how many gun guys you watch on YouTube, but a lot of them have either been here before or are on here regularly, or at least stop by once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Yankees here. We Like Shooting hangs out here. I don't know. Some of the guys are just there for their own shows. Like, Tack Daddy, he's on when his show's on, but other than that, I don't really see him that often. Swell every once in a while is in here.
And some of them come in here like undercover, where they don't like announce who they are, but
right. Oh yeah, I think I kind of fucked up earlier when I seen Yankee, dude. I turned into a little schoolgirl, man.
Yeah, that was pretty gay.
Yankee's in here.
It's okay, dude. I was like a little schoolgirl with a crush the first time I ever talked to GWebs in one of these chats. I was like, oh my god, he's talking to me. But I was cool about it on the outside. That was just inside. I was, freaking out.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've been shit, man. I've been watching a lot of them, man. Fucking Yankee, Such, Hickok, all those guys, man. I've been watching them for fucking 5-6 years. More than that, actually.
Well, you're in luck, because Hickok is always in here.
Yeah.
He never shuts up.
No, he meant some other old crotchety motherfucker, and I think that's Bob, but
Hickok's always in.
Yeah, Hickok don't play.
Yeah,
None.
he comes in undercover,
None.
though, so, you gotta be careful.
yeah, I think I honestly believe Such comes in here undercover. Like, I don't,
and I don't think there's no fucking nothing fancy. There's none of that. Now, I have seen the CN Arsenal guy come in. Definitely seen Schwell. Trying to think. Like you said, the We Like Shooting guys occasionally will pass through.
Yeah, I think it was last week I was watching their show, and not the one that just happened, the one before. And right when it ended, I put a link to the lobby chat in their chat room, and was like, "Hey, come join us and hang out." And I think Sean and Jeremy both jumped in.
Sean, Jeremy, and I think maybe Aaron, but definitely Sean and Jeremy. They were talking about the AR trigger, right?
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, what the hell is this? I don't know. I just clicked on a link. Someone told me to join."
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep doing that. I was more posting it for their listeners and shit, because there's a lot of people that listen to those types of shows that don't do anything else on gun channels. Like, I see their name every Monday night or whatever, but I never see them around other places. I'm trying to get them into the fold with us. Hang out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, this is cool, man. I like this little setup. I wish I would have known about this a long time ago.
Well, you know about it now, and that's the important part.
Oh yeah.
You know what we need to get in here? We need to get Firepower United in this motherfucker.
Who's that?
Yeah, who is that?
That's fuck long, bro. That dude.
Oh, that guy? That guy's
That dude would be
hilarious.
a riot if we could get him in here, man. Fucking riot.
Who's that dude? Canicon or something?
Carnicon. Man, I haven't seen him come out with a video in I don't know how long, dude. I think.
Carnicon, yeah.
Yeah, I think
He's
it's just
fucking funny. That's
they've just been doing
he's
real
my sense
stuff.
of humor, dude. Some of the shit he does, I'm just laughing my ass off.
Actually, I think he was. He hasn't done a video in a long time. I heard that he got cancer, but just recently,
What?
like a couple, yeah, that's why I heard. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I heard. That why he stopped doing videos is he got cancer. But just a couple weeks ago, he was actually on another YouTuber's channel on a video. So a couple weeks ago, he did do a new video, but it was on someone else's channel.
Was it on Tactical Olas?
I can't remember. I was just watching. I watch a ton of YouTube gun channels, and then I was like, "Oh my God, that's him! Like that's the guy! Like, you know, I thought he got cancer. Like, you know, I was like, oh."
I forget who he teamed up with before.
He was definitely
didn't he
on
do a
Lola.
video? Oh yeah, he was interviewed by Tactical Lola, but wasn't he like? Didn't he do like a collaboration with another? It wasn't Matt V, or was it? I don't know.
It was either Matt or perhaps oh, what's the dude from California? He's always got the mercury and shit.
What, Tal Fledermaus?
Tal Fledermaus.
Tal.
He used to be in here all the time.
No, I think it was Tao and Matt V collaborated.
Yeah, I definitely think I saw one of their chats.
I haven't seen him in here in a while.
No, they do their own thing.
Because Yankee used to make fun of him, call him like Tater Moose or whatever.
That's all I'd call him. I still see him commenting on videos, and I call him Tater Moose.
Isn't that funny when, I saw him comment on something I was watching, and I want to say it was one of those, like, someone schooling a news reporter on guns, like, Chris Cox or someone, like, hey, you suck, blah, blah, blah. And he was in the comments, and I was like, oh, hey, I know that guy, that's cool. I had my first experience with that. I commented somewhere, I think it was on a Young Turks video or something, and
oh my God, why?
I watch them, whatever. Anyways, so yeah, I do. And you know what? When they're doing like random ass stories about like whatever, like some stupid sex survey or something, I think they're funny. When they do gun stories, I get pissed off. Everything else is okay. When they do their Bernie shit, I'm like, you're fucking retarded. But anyways, I think it was Tyler was like, hey Smeggy, good to see you here. And I was like, wow, someone like recognized me.
Canadian Tyler?
Yeah. So that's something. I have one fan.
Bob Jr.
Yeah. Still got a long way to go.
I like Bob, honestly. Like, for a Canadian, he actually isn't half bad.
For a Canadian?
I would say for a Canadian, he's one of the better ones.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, for a Canadian, he definitely is, like, one of the better Canadians I've met and talked to. There's really only a couple Canadians I've ever met or talked to that I actually got along with or liked.
That's like with me and New Yorkers, dude. I don't know what it is about them, but they piss me off.
Because you guys keep trying to outdo each other on who can, like, create the most, like, gun laws and take away the most freedoms. It's like straight up competition. Oh, yeah, well, we can ban this. Oh, yeah, well, we'll ban this more.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so you know, his Facebook was deactivated as well. Smegs.
Whose was?
Karnakon's.
Yeah, like I don't know if it's true. I read it in a forum. Like someone was asking about him in like one of the gun forums. I think it might have been like AR15.com, and someone's like, "Oh, he got cancer, so he like retired or is taken or at least taken time off." But then just like a couple weeks ago or maybe a month ago, he was on YouTube again, but on someone else's channel, kind of like a guest spot. And it didn't look to me like he was all messed up or, you know, going through chemo or anything. But you really can't tell, you know, just off of, you know. So who knows? I don't know if that's true that he got cancer or what, but I hope that guy the best because that guy's great. I love that guy.
His operator hotline was fucking hilarious. Like, oh yeah, did you hear me racking it? Ooh, rack it slower. Like all that shit. Like it was a sex line, but for operators. Yeah, I'm just sitting in here with my night vision.
He had a lot of original content. You got to give him that, man. He came up with ideas that I had never seen before. You know, like when I first started watching that guy's channel, I was like, "What the hell is this?" Like, oh, like what? Like I couldn't believe a lot of the shit he was doing. What's better, like the AR or AK video, and I think he had like a 1911 versus Glock, and like his videos are epic. And didn't he do a video making fun of other YouTubers too, like all the other gun channels?
I don't know if that was him.
That was Polnar
No,
Tactical.
Matt Best did one that didn't get pulled down.
Right? Because who was all out of fucks to give?
Demolition Ranch did one. That was pretty good.
Matt Best 11X.
I don't know why the people don't like comedy gun videos.
Because it's supposed to be serious. Serious.
Well, wasn't Jaeger the only one that bitched about that?
Maybe.
No, I think depending on whose it was, because the Polinar guys, I think he ended up being pissed off first, and then
He was mad because they used that stupid little...
the head thing, the fucking when you hide your hair underneath it for TV and movies and stage. No, like an actual skull cap, like a fake skull cap. So they didn't have to shave their head, but it would appear so. And it was pretty poorly done. So I mean, it was clearly straight up just making fun of his shaved head. I mean, really.
But no, they used like his...
Oh, they used his
that
dun
shadow,
dun dun.
That part where the Glock comes out of the shadow.
So once they cut that part out of it, apparently everything worked out a little bit better. There was less hurt feelings, since there was no copyright infringement without one's permission.
You know, I'm looking on KarnakCon's page right now, and it looks to me like a lot of his videos are actually missing now. Like, there's only 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30... There's only like 45 videos on here. I swear he had a lot more than 45 videos.
I didn't even know he had that.
Man, I don't know. He was only, you know, he only did videos for maybe a year. Maybe. It's just that they were so fucking good.
Okay, didn't KarnakCon, didn't he have an AR versus AK video? I swear I remember him having an AR versus AK video on like which one was the better gun, but it was all, you know, comedy like the rest of his stuff.
I think that was like one of his first videos.
Yeah, and oh, here it is. Okay, okay, I was gonna say AR-15 versus AK-47 solved once and for all. That's like probably one of my most favorite YouTube videos.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, and he had the 45 ACP versus 9mm. That video was great too.
Yeah, on that one, didn't he like shoot a target with tannerite in it or something for the 45? So it just like blew up. He's like,
Yeah.
"Yep, this one has more power."
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna shut this chat down. Pink's lobby is up, so I'll find that link and put it out in the lobby chat.
Cool.
Awesome. Thanks, Maggie, for hosting.
Rad. Yep. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I got nothing better to do. And when I do, sometimes I host and then leave it running anyway. So.
Well, I appreciate